Yep, running in the door, out of breath. Oh, jeez. Hello, Alexander was here. Hope you're still here. Yikes. Oh, and Cajun Queen is here. Hello, I am the ocean of the ocean's deep blue, and you know that if I am late, it's usually I'm fighting some kind of tech issue because I am far from being a tech, but today it was something a little bit different. But um, anyway, tonight we have the honor of having Mr. Alexander, the Ganja Shaman on. I am the ocean. This is the ocean's deep woo, my channel, and my channel is all about the deepest woo. That's what we do here. Alexander is going to be giving us the numbers for February and a bit beyond for the next month or so, and possibly for the year. You know, we're going to talk about the rest of the year a little bit too, I'm sure. And when he comes in again, because I guess he's stepped away a minute there, but okay. Jackie, how you doing, sweetheart? Oh, come on. Come on. I always have my little tech dances with tech. Ah, yes, you are here. Great. Okay. Everything's great because the last time I had a guest, I still don't know what happened with Heather Dawn. And um yeah, well, there's the link, sweetheart. Hi, there's Alexander. Okay, so we have Alexander, the Cajun Queen, and we have Jackie and Witch Moon so far in here. And everybody's busy saying hi to each other. And Alexander will be clicking the link at any moment, as soon as he's ready. So we're probably um, one of the strangest little channels because I had no idea it was going to get to be about what it is now. Um, it started out being kind of paranormal, but now it's almost a support group for star seeds and magical people. So you know, but if you don't feel that you're that, but you're interested in the subjects we talk about, you're still welcome here. So now just be nice to everybody and treat them well, like you want to be treated. Especially our experiencers, because you know that's really hard to come and tell your tale. I do this all the time. I'm used to telling my stories, which are quite weird a lot of times, really, really strange stories, you know, because strange stuff happens to me. But fortunately, that's part of what makes a show interesting, I guess. But very strange things happen to me, but it isn't that easy for most people to verbalize what has happened to them that's out of the ordinary. So please be kind. And especially now, just like I said, as far as what I say, you can take it or leave it. I don't really give three F's, you know. Um, maybe you just find it entertaining. That's okay too. But um, anyway, I'm just kind of vamping until Alexander makes it in here. How you doing, Alexander? Do you want me to put on? Maybe I need to put on the intro. I'll put on the intro a minute while he's getting ready. Give him a minute here. While he's getting himself ready. Okay. And there he is, Mr. Wonderful. Yep. Say something to your fans. Say at least take a look at him, huh? You little fluffy belly. Don't roll off the bed, silly cake. Okay. He's Mr. Purrs. It's Mr. Purr. Oh, there we go. There's Alexander on the list there. Whoa, let me get the camera back where it ought to be. Okay, yay. Oh, so we're cooking now. As soon as the tech decides it's going to cooperate with me. Why do you do this to me, tech? I'm nice to you. Come on. Well, the arm is a little messed up, but come on. You can do it. There we go. Thank goodness. Hello there, and hello, Alexander Ganga Shaman. So
Hello.
he is our numerologist, as some of you who are here regularly know. And he is going to tell us about the numbers. He's coming all the way from Aruba. And boy, are his arms tired. No, flying.
Okay, give me a minute. Give me 1 minute. Be right back. Ganja person just came, so I have to assist them. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Give me 3 minutes.
Absolutely. No problem. No problem. Oh, well, I had my issues too. And one of the last of which was Cowboy was sitting here in my spot and he didn't want to leave. Nope. Nope. You know how kitty cats are. He did not want to leave this spot. He's been doing that a lot lately. He's been sitting where I usually sit, and when I go to sit down, he's been like, "Yeah, what do you want?" I want to sit down, cowboy. So, so you know what I do is I acknowledge him and pet him a couple times, and then I go like I'm going to sit down anyway. And if he doesn't move, I start to very gently sit on him. And then he moves. I wouldn't hurt him or anything, but I'm just giving him um I'm giving him the big hint. I'm sitting here, you know. You want to stay here, you're going to get sat on. So he usually moves after that, but you know,
Yeah.
because he doesn't like to be picked up. So okay, then it's your choice. Why are you doing that anyway, silly cakes? I don't know. He doesn't know. He's just a cat. He's just maybe he thinks he's going to do the show by himself here. Okay. How's it going?
Going good. Going good. This month is a one universal month. So this month is most people gonna be feeling the energy of starting something, new.
Mhm.
Learning something new. Um, it's all this month is all about fresh start. So where do you want? And we're in the eighth month, so maybe setting up plans. What do you want to manifest? Because the eighth all has to do with manifesting. So this
Mhm.
month is you will to get some type of boost of energy to do something that you want to bring in this reality, something you want to manifest or experience or do travel is this month. Last month was all about January could be it was like a bit heavy because it was about ending and completion of energy. So could it be in January things from the past can come up that you had to face or let go, and this month you will feel more uh, different type of energy, more of doing something that you how you say let go of your energy in the month prior. So this month, yeah, this month is a good month to set your intention for the whole year. Um,
Cool.
what do you want to manifest? What do you want to do with the business idea or anything? And next month with March is a 11-2 month. So I can see with worldwide things popping up in month that's going to be enlighten people on information. Some information is going to come up that's going to be eye opening for people coming in March.
Oh, let's hope.
So March is looking very interesting, high energy.
I keep hearing March a lot. I mean, just
So yeah, this. What do you want to
in the
learn this month?
circles, in the different circles. Something's coming up in March.
Sorry.
Something interesting is coming up in March, and I'm hearing that in different circles. I don't know. There might be some astrological thing, but our astrologer didn't make it in this month. But there's probably some astrological thing going on.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, this I know endings and a few cycles that's coming to an end in March and April. Um, yeah, so April. So in February, the energy of the month is new beginning and self. So focus on self. The two, like the March is gonna be a two energy or 11 two. The two is the root number of the 11. So it's more about partnership and balance. And Mars is also ruled by Mars, so could be a war type thing starting in March or going to forefront. And April is the 3 month, so it's all about communication and self-expression. So I can see something with the people gonna be expressing who they really are. You're gonna be seeing who they really are, the world leaders, all of them, um, in April. And
Whoa.
yeah,
Wow.
that's,
Because
that's the
for
end.
some people, that's probably going to be quite eye opening for some, right?
Yeah, yeah. People are gonna be expressing their true self. And this year with the 8 and 5, May, June is foundation and structure, so work. So could be a disturbing coming in the foundation and workplace, and a big change coming in June. June is a 5 universal month. I heard that maybe I'm going too far with the conspiracy. Trump coming back in June, but we'll see because that will be the perfect month if he wants to come back to make an appearance. It will be in June, where change and transformation is going to be taking place. And yeah, then August, the keyword for August is spirituality and sacred calling. That's the energy of August. And then you have September, which is the double eight. is money and power. So we can see for sure in September something happening with the stock market going down, something with the financial state of the world. And then October is a nine. It's also completion and endings month, but due to October being the nine, October is a preview of the next year. So what happened in October is going to be a preview of the next year to come.
Ooh,
And
interesting. Hello, Kiki and
yes, and in
Dolly. Hello, Dolly. Okay.
October you
So,
also have a eclipse. There's an eclipse in August that there. No, I mean in October. They're expecting. There's an eclipse there in October and December. In December they're expecting something big, but it's going to be started in October, go in December. Hey
December's my
Kiki,
birth month, so it's always a little weird. We'll see.
which is your birth month?
December.
Oh, December. Oh, cool.
Yeah, December 9. So, yeah, I get to be born during Christmas month, which all I ever heard all my life was about Christmas. And people kind of, a lot of times would give me,
Hmm,
when you're born in December, they give you combined Christmas and birthday gifts, which is so disappointing if you're a kid.
that's nice.
Yeah, if you're a kid,
Oh,
they'll give you
oh,
this
well,
one gift and
for me in Aruba, a 5th of December we have Sinterklaas. So we get present from Sinterklaas, 5th of December, and then Christmas is Santa Claus. So we get two presents, to
oh
celebrate with.
gosh. See, I only
Yeah,
got one from a lot of people. They just combine it, It's like just what the heck. Just combine that birthday gift and that Christmas gift and just put it in one. And you get two kids. This is like, whoa. Now that I'm older, I don't care. I don't freaking care. I'll buy my own stuff, thanks. But back then, it was really painful. It was like, mm. But anyway, well, you guys, you kids, really cleaned up then during that month. That's pretty cool. Oh, you were born on Thanksgiving. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. My friends, if you don't know your life path number, which is what we're going to talk about, Alexander will calculate it for you for free. So if you want to give him your life path number and um,
no, the date of birth, the date of birth.
he needs your birth date. You don't need the year, do you? Or do you? I've forgotten.
Oh, oh yes, yes, the month, day, and year, day, month,
Month,
year.
day, and year. Yeah. Okay. Month, day, and year, but not the time. Okay. Time
No,
doesn't matter. That's what it was. Okay. So month, day, and year. He'll give you your life path number, and we'll be talking about where your life path is taking you this month. Okay. So if you know it already, mine is a 7. Uh, then call it out, and we'll let you know. Okay, Jackie says January 3rd, 1981.
okay. All right. Let me do the calculation.
Yeah, type
Yeah.
it to us and we'll calculate it for you. Alex will
Oh,
be
so
glad
oh
to
yeah,
do that. Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, you're a 7. Kiki, I know is also a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Kiki, Michelle, Graham Free. There's a lot of 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. So basically this could be a very short show. I'm
Well,
yeah. It's like a 7. Okay, we're done. But
yeah, all of them are 7. Um.
yeah.
Okay.
Dolly is
Yes.
July 1st, 1964.
Okay. Okay, let me do the first one.
Okay,
And let me write it down.
I'll write it down for you if you need me to. I'll write them down as they come up if you need me to. Hang on.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Let's see. Jackie is 1/3/1981. 1/3/1981. My pen isn't writing. See, it's been like that. It's been like that today. What's going on here? It was writing fine. One,
Hmm.
1981. Okay, now it's working. I just had to talk to it a little bit. And Dolly is uh, July 1st, 1964. And 64. Okay, so far those are the two we got. So, oh, and which
Hmm.
moon? What's yours, which moon? And Cajun Queen, you want to give us your date so we can calculate your life path
Yeah,
number?
I've done Conjing Queen. Interesting. Yeah, me and Conjing Queen are in the same personal year number. She's a life path 4, and we're both in 9 this year. That's the one.
Mhm.
Okay.
And which moon? 3/11/73.
Plus 3,000. Okay. Ah, and which moon is?
Oh yeah, witchy is a 7 too. Kira.
Oh, it is.
Hi, Kira. What?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if you
Nice.
give us
Okay.
your if you give us your birth date, we can give you your life path number, and then we'll tell you what's coming up. Check back after class. Okay, know what that
One.
means?
Okay.
Ah, Kira is a 9. Oh, wait. Yes, Kira is a 9. Hello there. Oh, you're heading to your Pilates class? Sure. Okay. And Kiki's an 8. Okie dokie. Well, we're getting some people. Maybe we want to talk a little bit and let some people get in here. We want to tell us a little bit about your path to being a numerologist for a minute while people are kind of finding out that we're on.
Sorry, me?
Yes.
Let me-
Yes.
oh, yeah, that was problem.
I would ask
Sorry,
Capo,
no,
but
I'm just
he
doing,
ain't talking. No.
no, I'm just doing the calculation.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
see here.
Well, you don't have
Yeah,
to say anything. I am Gabby enough then. But yeah, I'm just waiting until people get themselves settled. Kiki's an 8 and
oh no, Kiki,
okay.
you're a 7. You're in an 8 year, 8 personal year. That you are, because
Oh,
Kiki
Kiki
was
is a
born
7.
on the, yeah, because Kiki was born on the 25, which is a 7, and the year she was born also reduced to 7, so the generation 7, and then she's also a life path 7, so she has a lot of 7.
You're very 7. Can you imagine going up to
Yeah,
somebody and
7 is
saying darling, you look like a 7 to me. I mean, you're so 7, you know, and they're looking at me like, "What?"
Yeah, yeah. Well, you can say seven are like mystical, the mystical number, the
Yes,
mysterious.
I
You know.
am.
Um. Yeah.
That's definitely me
So
then.
they don't really. Yeah, they're mysterious. They use their mind. The seven use their mind. They like to think. They're like the deep thinker, also known as the truth seeker. A lot of detectives
Who
are life path nine, people that use the brain, inventors, spiritual people, shaman, oracles. Most of them are life path seven. The
uh-huh.
number seven, seven,
I'm in the
nine,
right
and
place, right? I'm in the right job, right?
yes,
Elderberry,
you are.
hello. Hi.
Is Elderberry here? Oh, hey, Elderberry.
Yeah, Elderberry's
Blessing.
here. Project Skyfalls came in. Okay. So
Hey, Skyfall.
sevens are spiritual and thinkers
Yes,
and
they're
mystics
the
and
thinker.
shamanism. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
So isn't that interesting? Um, and it sure seems to be true, doesn't it? Judging by who's here. So
yes,
who's attracted to this show? So that kind of makes sense.
exactly. Yeah.
What is can you imagine walking into a show and it's like it practically is that way. Okay, we'll talk about Life Path 7. Okay, that's it. Bye. It's weird.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really uh so Skyfalls and whatnot, do you know you've been here before. Oh, Max Vision's in. How about your Life Path number? Elderberry Project and Max
Hey, Max
Vision.
Vision.
Do you know
I know
your
all
Life
most
Path
of them.
number?
I know out of my head. I know Max Vision is a five. Project Skyfalls a six. Conjuring Queen a four. Elderberry, I think, was an eight or a nine. One of those two here. Yeah, I know most of them out of my head. Well,
Mhm. Yeah, well,
yeah, Max. Yeah, Barry is a eight. Yes, Barry is a
okay.
eight. Nice.
Okay, so we can just go right up the line there then. Which
Sorry.
end do you want to start at?
Oh yeah. Okay, the ones that I wrote down. Let me see.
Okay.
Jackie. Okay, Jackie. Jackie is here. Oh yes, Jackie is here. Jackie, you're a life path five, same as Max Vision and Rex. Both my parents are also life path five. Five, they have high energy. They're very energetic. They're multi-talented. They love to travel, experience new things. One thing about them is to think before act. That's with the life path five. Grounding is very important to them. Grounding, so they can make good decisions. But the five are here mostly to experience, try out new things, and so they can teach and learn or teach people because they're multi-talented. They can be good in different things. Um, yeah, that's with the life path five. Um, yeah, yeah, the multi-talented. So one thing with them I see is grounding. Grounding is very important for them. Grounding, and then
And that's
you would
true.
yeah, it's
He,
actually for
he
everybody.
grounds himself every show, in fact, with a wire. He makes sure he's
Yeah.
very grounded, and there's no joking about that. Okay. I'm not even kidding.
Oh yeah. Lol. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, Max is yeah. Yeah, Max is multi-talented. Max Christian also multi-talented. Um, yeah, has and has a lot to share and teach too, and he's doing that. So that's very
Mhm.
interesting. They're good in different things, you know. They have so much
Mhm.
energy. They can do
They
different
can't
things and
stay
be good.
still, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I
that's
can see
oh
that
yeah,
in Rex too, yeah.
yes. They can also they
Yeah.
um
Very
thing
kinetic, yeah.
yeah that
Elderberry, oh, thanks, elderberry. Yes, of course I'm gonna have them on. Okay.
that's 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 the thing with them. They get bored too easily. They cannot be stagnant. You know, they get bit
Mhm.
bit uncomfortable, and yeah, they get bored very easily. But yeah, you're
Apparently
basically sorry.
apparently Jackie's also a 5, which makes her needing to ground. So,
Yeah,
it's like, "Y'all be grounding out there."
yeah. Grounding
Okay.
is very good.
Yeah, me too, though. I mean, really, just from being a
Yeah,
mystical person, I need to ground too quite often because I I'll
yeah,
fly away otherwise.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
start flying away.
it's actually good for everybody to ground, but one needed more than the other, and that's the life at five.
Mhm,
Of all of them, is the life at five
mhm,
because they have a lot of energy. No,
mhm.
I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking water, Skyfalls. And okay, Jackie. So
Me
yeah,
too. I'll join you in that skull.
well,
Pure water.
nice. Yeah, I talk to the water too. Bless it. I'm grateful. You're beautiful. You know, well, the water is consciousness. It's alive. It listens. Okay, Jackie, you're in a person year 3 this year. So this year, your um, self expression. It's all about self expression. It's a very wait. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You kind of faded for a moment, but we can hear you again now. Hi,
Yeah, I
Sandra.
will. Okay, let me see.
Sandra, if you know your life path, he'll tell you about it, and if not, Alexander will calculate it for you. We just need your date of birth. But okay. Yeah, Max, you're always great. Max makes devices for grounding. I made one too that fits right on your glasses. You can just we found out that it doesn't have to wrap around the back of the head. It can wrap around the front of your head. And if you have glasses, you can just attach it to your glasses. If your glasses are metal frames, that's even better because it'll transfer it. So grounding devices, yes, Max makes, or actually, his name is John, makes grounding devices. So where is Mary? She's got tensor rings. That's another thing.
Oh yeah, the tendering. I remember Mary working on
She
that.
makes tensor rings. Where is Mary anyway? I miss her. If you see her, tell her I miss her. December 15th, 58 is Sandra's birthday.
Okay, give me a minute.
12/15/50 1958. Oh, wow. Well, yeah, Kiki, that would be great. They had a shoe company that was doing that called Plugs, and I don't know what happened to that shoe company because I never see their stuff. But There are people who have tried that, and I have a kind of an idea for that. I'm not sure it will work for sure, but we'll see. And it has to do with just I'm going to get an old pair of Crocs and run a wire to the ground, or something like that, and then flatten it maybe with some tape, like metallic tape or something, and then run it inside and put metallic tape over it so it doesn't bother your foot. And that way you would be getting the grounding from the earth as you walked along. But of course, making that reality is going to be kind of tricky. Uh, Making it workable is going to be a little tricky. But anyway, um, so you managed to catch some lives. Been busy with, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? Then I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna make that. Graphite. Yeah, graphite's another thing that'll ground. That'll work. That's what's in the sheets and the pillowcases. The grounding, earthing sheets and pillowcases. So those of you who are fives, and I think the grounding pillowcases and stuff are down. Some of those are down to like $25, so there's no it's not that big of a deal. Go and get yourself some grounding stuff so that you'll feel better. I have a grounding pillowcase, and thank goodness, because some nights I don't know how I would ever get through because the energy has been so crazy. So,
Okay. Um. Okay. Can you hear me?
yes,
Okay, it's good now.
I'm just
All right.
shutting up so you can go on.
Yeah, that's all good. Um. Okay. Yes, there was Jackie. Jackie life at five. Okay. Five is also known as the freedom fighter, the adventurer. Okay. This this year you're in a personal year three. So three is all about communication, socializing, and expressing yourself, and diving into your creativity. So it's going to be a very social year for you where you need to express your truth. You're going to be meeting new people. It's a very joyful year. You're going to be training on with your communication, yeah, meeting new people. And but don't forget to dive in your creativity, your passion. What do you want to do? Where do you see you can develop your creativity? You know. So when you're in a 3 year, it's a very joyful, childlike energy year. So it's all about self-expression. So don't forget to express your truth self, speak the truth, speak your truth, and you will have a good year. That is for Jackie. Self-expression. That's the key. Um,
Okay.
Dolly. Dolly is the life path one. So that's the leader, the pioneer, the one that makes way for the other people, the independent. If one thing about them, if they're not on their path, they're codependent with other people. Like they cannot be alone; they have to be with another person. For example, my cousins are life path one, and when they break up with their partner, they jump to another one. They cannot be alone. That's the negative side of it. That then they go through lessons that they have to go in that partnership. But the one is the one you have to be independent and not codependent. That's one of the main lessons of the life path one, to learn to be um, independent of other people. And this year, Dolly, you're in a 7 year. So this year is going to be a very spiritual year for you. Self reflection is going to come up, and you're going to be maybe you want to take a retreat this year, travel somewhere with the seven, where you can connect, maybe learn more about yourself. It's a knowledge gathering year with the seven, so you're gonna have deeper learning. If you wanted to write article, a book, it's also a good year to write. It's more slowing down and take time for yourself and reflect on yourself and where you want to go. It's also good here to go to a spiritual retreat. Um, so that is for Dolly with the seven. It's going to be a knowledge gathering, self reflecting year for you.
Ooh, looks like you might have some travel in the future, Dolly.
Oh yeah, in the 7 year, a lot of people travel in the 7 and the 5 year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Let me see. Let me go. Oh yeah, Witch Moon. You're a life pet seven. Yeah, there's a lot of seven. Witch Moon is a seven. The Ocean is seven. Kiki is seven. I think Chloe is also a seven. Michelle Graham Free is also a seven. There's a lot of seven. Um, this year is you are in a personal year four, Witch Moon. So the four is all about building, planning, organizing. So the question would be, and we're in the 8 year. Eight has to do with manifesting. Um, so the question will be for you is, what do you want to build? This year for you is for you to organize and make a plan, um, strategize your plan. What do you want to build in the future? Where do you see yourself? This year is all about organizing and making a plan for what you want to build. And due to this year is an eight, it will, the chance is greater for it to manifest very fast. Um, that you put energy into it, what you want to build. So that is for Witch Moon. So contemplate what you want to build, write it down, make a plan, and it will manifest, especially with the eight. Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Dolly. Okay.
Okay, so to answer elderberry, um, the um, the charge charge can pass through metal, can be conducted with metal or graphene, which is why they put the wires or whatever in the shoes or with these grounding products that they sell. The graphene or graphite or whatever they call it, graphite is it's conductive. It's anything conductive. And they have a wire that goes into the ground on your outlets. So wherever you've got an outlet for electricity with the ground, then you can plug it in there. So that's how the grounding products work. And it's kind of like it's one of those anti-static bracelets they use when working on computers. So the other thing would be, yes, of course, um, touching a plant, the earth, etc. That's another way for the charge to get to you because we're conductive. We are conductive. So, and also we have found, for whatever reason, water seems to help. If you get into water, that seems to be grounding. So interesting. Um, okay, and most metals will work, right? And some things that aren't actually metal, but they're conductive. So, like water, I guess. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, souls with graphite plates. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's what's going on with that. Okay. So Dolly says she's gearing up to go.
Oh yeah, Dolly. Let me see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, darling. You gear up to learning because you're in the 7 years, so gonna be a knowledge gathering year for you. Same as Max. Max is also in the 7 years, so you're gonna be
Mhm.
gaining more knowledge. Um, yeah,
We're in a
spiritual
four.
wisdom.
We sevens are in a four right now.
Sorry.
We're all the way up to sevens, seven, and we're in a 4 year, right?
No,
I'm
no. This is the 8 year. 2024 is the 8 year. The 2 plus 0
oh
plus 2 plus
gosh.
4 is the 8th universal year. Um, Now I'm calculating the life path and the personal year number. Like for example, Sandra, I think Sandra is still here. Sandra is a life path 5, same as Jackie, same as Max. So
Okay.
multi-talented, love to travel, love to do different things, high energy, and get bored easily. Don't love doing the same thing over and over. They get bored easily. And
Mhm.
what I see with you, Sandra, you're in a personal year 8. So, like Sandra and Kiki, their personal year number is in harmony with the universal year number. So, the energy is double for you. So, this year, due to you being the 8, 8 is all about empowering your finance and, yeah, empowering money, finance, strength. So, this year for you is due to being the double 8, what you've been doing all, especially last year, what were you were in a 7, um, have greater chance to manifest this year. Whatever you've been putting energy into, whether good or bad, will manifest this year. So this year, if you have any business ideas, things like that, is a good year to work on it. Make a plan, organize, structure your idea. Um, been to Africa this year. Interesting. Yeah, people travel also in the 8 year. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool,
Okay, so
cool.
it's a universal 8. I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, it's a universal 8 year. So this year your authority is gonna be challenged too. That's where the 8. That's why we're gonna see also this year power plays with the government. They're gonna be challenge us on their power. So this year is 8 has to do with making money, going after your dreams has to do with business. Um, so if you have any ideas in those direction, business ideas or any other idea that you can maybe make a living out, go after it.
Mhm.
Oh, it was awesome trip. Nice, nice. Um, so that's with the 8. And I see, oh, okay. Well, you're born in the, okay, here's something extra I've been looking because the numerology goes deep. I'm going to go deeper with the numerology. I'm just giving you the most important numbers. Another thing I've been diving in is to see, and I saw it as correlation to, is the Chinese or the Vietnamese zodiac. And I saw you born in 1958. That's the same year as my father. And that's a dog year. This year we're just entered the dragon year. The dragon and dog are enemies of each other. So, but yeah, this year you went to Africa. I would suggest to you to, now we just entered the dragon year because you're in the enemy sign. The dragon is the enemy of the dog. That this year you have to also lay low. Don't buy big, yeah, buy big stuff or buy house or car, things like that. It's a when you're in the enemy sign, it's actually to lay low. Just something that came to my mind.
So, geez, I should find out what the enemy is of, for instance, the rooster, because I was
Rooster,
born. Yeah.
the enemy. Oh, how was last year for you?
Um,
Somewhat,
was
not.
was okay, but a lot of ups and downs, a lot of challenges.
Yes, last year you were in your enemy sign year. That's the cat or the rabbit.
Okay.
So it's a year
So,
when you're in the enemy sign year. What I understand, you have to try to lay low. Don't do big things in that year.
okay, well, I didn't, so I couldn't actually do anything big in that
It was
year.
for
However, I have felt a shift since New Year. Well, New Year as in uh the year the dragon came in, which is Chinese New Year. There has been an energy shift. So now
oh
that
yeah,
we're in the dragon, I'm feeling better. Yeah. Last
yeah,
year, I spent most of the year tired as F, you know,
yeah. It
just
was a slow year. You can say the seven is
exhausted.
really slowing you down to reflect on self and things around you. It's more as if a reflection year, you know,
Mhm.
analyzing things.
Yeah, I swear I could not stay awake. I couldn't even stay awake hardly for my own show, let alone anybody else's show. I kept falling asleep during people's shows. I'd be going in like, "Hey, everybody." And at Max's, I'm always asleep before the destination, before we finish the destination. By the time we get to the destination, I close my eyes and I just drift off to sleep. So hopefully that changes this year. Let's just hope. Um, let's see. Mm, what about the monkey with the dragon year? Jackie's a monkey, I guess.
And Jack is a monkey.
Yes.
No, the monkey and the dragon goes good together.
Oh,
The
okay,
act,
good.
the monkey and the dragon is also what I seems like it because there's always a pattern in the universe, and people that goes with the enemy sign after a while they go divorce. They get a divorce. It always happens. They don't stay together. So if you go with the enemy sign, you will for surely get a divorce. But the monkey and the dragon is a good match. The monkey match with the rat and dragon, and also the snake. The monkey enemy sign is the tiger.
Mm. So the year of the tiger would not be the great year.
For
Yeah,
oh yeah,
but
for the
wait a
monkey.
minute.
Yeah, for the monkey, yes.
Last year was what? The snake?
Well, no, last year was the rabbit or cat.
Oh, last year was the rabbit. Okay. So what's the positive? What's the positive with rooster?
Well, when you're in a rooster sign, for sure. And let me see, there's three. Rooster when you're in ox year or snake year. Also the
I knew there
dragon.
was something about dragon.
Yeah,
Okay.
dragon.
Great. Um, which moon is a water ox? Hey,
Water ox.
Jansu, how you doing?
Hey, Jensu.
Jansu, if you want a reading of your personal year number calculation and your life path, you can type your birth date, and Alexander will calculate that for free and give you your life path number and your tell you a bit about what this year is going to be like for you, Year of the Dragon. So,
Yeah, I've done Gensu. Gensu is a life at 9, but I don't remember in which personal year she is. But I know she's a life at 9, the humanitarian. She also does cards. The 9 are like the old souls. Well, most of them. Most, not all of them. But they feel good. Their service to humanity. I love helping humanity. They're very compassionate, generous number. Okay, 23 of March, 1981. Okay, let me see which. Uh, 23 of March. Enter. Uh, yeah, this was something I encountered with the enemy sign when we just entered. So for Sandra, yeah, we just entered the dragon year. So maybe you went to Africa just at the right time. But yeah, for this last of the year is also, well, you're in the 8 harmony with the 8. So just go after your ambition, be determined, and eyes open. Yeah, that's all I can say to that.
oh, I just got something. Okay, let me ask you. In that cycle, because somebody said the rat sits on the dragon's head and becomes the first in the zodiac. So the dragon year then is the end of a cycle this year. We will be in the end of a cycle in the dragon year. Am I correct?
Um, wait. Uh, no, I don't think so.
Because that's what Max is saying. Becomes
All
the
the
first in the zodiac because it's. Are you saying the rat's right after the dragon?
no, I think this is the correct order. So number
Okay.
1, you have rat. Number 2 is ox or the bull. Number 3 is the tiger. Number 4 is the rabbit or cat. Number 5 is the dragon. Number 6 is the snake. 7, the horse. 8 are the goats or sheep. 9 is monkey. 10 is rooster. 11 is dog. And 12 is pig. That's the order.
Ah, so the pig would be the end of the cycle.
Yes,
Okay, I
yes. The
see.
pig. The rat starts the cycle and the pig ends it.
Okay. So
Okay.
what else have we got? Maybe it was the pig's nose. Maybe. Okay. So,
Let me see. 81.
so does anybody have any other did we get everybody's date? Did we
Oh
get
yeah,
everybody's number?
I just got Jensu. Oh yeah, Jensu is also a rooster. Jensu is a rooster too. So your enemy sign was last year. So now you're good to go. Lol. Yeah, the dragon year.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm a fire rooster.
Fire?
Mhm.
Interesting. I'm a fire cat. I'm a
You're a
fire
fire
cat.
cat.
Yes.
Are you supposed to be a good or a bad person? Are we supposed to be friends or not?
Um. Oh wait, you're a rooster, no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're my enemy sign. Bah!
Wow. Whoa, Alex. Oh no,
Yes.
say it isn't so.
Yeah.
Say it isn't
So,
so, Alex.
but yeah, that's yeah. It's friends. there's no problem. But if you go into a relationship with your enemy sign, then the trouble is gonna come.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes,
Because
yeah,
I'm like, well, that would be a darn long distance relationship there, or was
yeah,
it a little ways
yeah.
away? But
But yeah, that's only, yeah, it's
but
the opposite. Yeah, opposite, you could say.
right. Okay, so gee,
Opposite
but
energy.
yeah, I
How
certainly
does
don't feel like your enemy. I like you very much. You're always fun to have on. We always laugh a lot. So, let's see. Tiger. How does my tiger is here? What? Elderberry. Okay. Uh,
elderberry? Oh yeah, with the tiger. Let me see.
Oop, we lost.
Oh, am I
There
back?
you go. Yeah, you're back.
All right. The tiger goes good, have good match if the person is a horse or a dog. A secret friend, a pig, so goes good with pig too. And the tiger enemy is the monkey.
Oh, you guys watch out.
So, but
Okay.
a tiger has a good tiger and dragon is neutral, so it's good in a tiger
Okay.
year.
Well, that's good. So this year is good for most of us.
Yes, for monk only for this year, the only people that has to like lay low are the dog, the
Okay.
dog, because those are the enemy sign of the dragon. And this also, I went so far to calculate countries, what animal sign each country is. And I found out that Washington, D.C. and California both are dog. And we just entered the dragon year. So it's
Oh,
it seems like that California and Washington, D.C., something's going to be happening, something big is going to be happening in California State and Washington, D.C.
well,
Coincidence.
California would be lucky if it doesn't get washed into the ocean
Yes,
at the rate it's
that's the
going.
yeah. I'm expecting earthquakes there. A lot of natural
Not a
disasters.
disruption, natural
Yes,
disaster type stuff. Yeah. And
yes,
then probably in Washington, it's going to be a political disaster for them.
yes, yes.
What? Hey,
Exactly.
what year and what path and all that? What's the info on the guy in office right now? A sad old used sock puppet.
Oh, Biden. I haven't calculated Biden. I don't know what Biden is. I wouldn't be surprised if he's an 11 or 2 because most of them are 11 too, like Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, Obama. The very they have a very charisma. No, how you say that word? Charisma with them. They're good
Charisma.
talk. Yes, they're
Charisma, yeah, they're the Riz, as they say in slang. They got the
yeah.
Riz. So, not for me, they don't, but, you know, um,
Uh,
mm,
yeah, with Biden, I don't know what he is, but I know Trump is a dog. So, and Trump is fighting to come back this year. So I don't think something's going to be happening to him, but yeah, something's going to be happening with the election. That I know. Maybe there's not going to be an election. I don't know, but something's going to be happening
well,
with the election.
this is what is leaving us all, everybody who's paying any attention. And I can't help but hear this on my feed from time to time. But they're trying to let poor old Joe Biden off on the same charges that they brought against Trump.
Trump.
Yeah, about having documents. Only he wasn't president; he was only vice president or whatever back then. So he shouldn't have immunity. However, they're trying to get him immunity on the fact that he's a doddering old fool. I mean, that he's not quite mentally competent to stand trial.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what they say.
kidding. And I'm like, I wish I was kidding. They're trying to say, no, he's not competent to be. No, we can't hold him accountable for his actions.
He
Are
doesn't even know
you
he's the president.
freaking kidding me?
Yeah. You see, the justice system is not fair with with the people there, with everybody. They choose their people. One they persecute, and if they're them people, they're not gonna persecute. So you see,
Yeah, are
the
you
justice.
freaking kidding me, though? I mean, that clown world. Now,
Yeah,
if people, I swear, if people don't wake up this time, if that doesn't wake people up, what
nothing
is
will.
going to do it?
Something big, a big event, I think, which is I think it's on the horizon. They're expecting something to happen this year. Um,
I get something's got to happen because honestly, that is so out of. I mean, and they're saying back when he was vice president, he was that. That's basically saying he wasn't competent back when he was or responsible for his own actions back when he was vice president either, because that's when he actually did it. I'm like, and then all of this time they've been trying to say that Trump's the one with decline. I'm like, what the heck are you trying? It's just I'm like I'm still I know, and I thought I was over being amazed at the stupidity of what's going on, but I am not, obviously. I am absolutely amazed at the depth of ridiculousness that is being resorted to. I mean, that is a move that I never would expect, though. I got to say that. I wouldn't expect that move. But there you go. Yeah, we does anybody know about old Biden's info? Can anybody look that up for us?
oh yeah, let me see. Let me see the chat. Oh yes, Kiki. Jensun is a life pet 9, and she is in a 7 year.
Oh
So
yeah, we
yeah,
got to do. Wait, we got to finish with our own people here.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Jensu, this is going to be a very spiritual. There's a lot of people here. I saw is in a 7 year. You, Mac, Dolly. Yeah, yeah, you and Dolly and Mac, all in the 7 years. So it's a knowledge gathering year, self reflecting, slowing down, reflecting on self. Um, Maybe you want to take a retreat. Um, Also, I know Max has been experimenting with microdosing, and that has been going good. So maybe microdose, a mushroom ceremony, or a spiritual ceremony. Everything that you can do to maybe develop your psychic abilities. This is the year to dive into that. Um, so that is for Gensu. Let me see. I just okay. Dolly says Crowley and DC are supposed to be attacked at Kim Clements. Oh, really? I didn't know about that. I know about Kim Clements. He's like a prophet. He prophetized Trump. He was connected. He was connected with source. And
Absolutely.
let me see. Biden 11/2, 1942.
Because they are definitely going to be, there is going to be some stuff going down over there. I mean, it's just proven. On that side of the continent, somehow,
Yes.
something is fixing to happen.
Oh yeah,
And I'm
Biden. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'll say Biden is a horse. Don't know which element he is, but he's a horse. He's a life path two. Coincidentally, two is known as the peacemaker. Now, the opposite of the peacemaker is what the the destructor, the instigator,
Yeah.
the
So he's
instigator.
really the destroyer. Gosh, he pretty much
Yeah,
single-handedly, his administration has completely wrecked our country.
yeah, and he is not the one in lead because life path two
No.
is not a leader. The one is a leader. The eight is the
It's a
leader.
bummer.
So the two are the ones that follow orders. They work in group. They love to work in group. They prefer to work in group than work alone. So it's clearly show he's there because he's easily controlled and he takes order from somebody else.
Oh, bummer. That's what we
And he
sing.
and he's born on the 20th. So he's influenced the two is influenced by the moon. So
Maybe
I
we
don't know.
should look up Obama. Maybe we should look up Obama
I
because
check Obama.
Obama is really the guy pulling the strings, probably. But then there's also this woman who has something to do with it. And I can't remember how they explain that. But peace through
Yeah,
death, nobody left to war with. Yeah, great. That's
Obama is
good.
an 11 too. I've checked Obama. He's an 11 too.
So he's also a lackey.
Yeah,
Must be this.
he's also Obama. Also, they say this is the third administration, Obama administration. Some people say, which is understandable.
Hmm.
Obama also leaked himself that he preferred to be for the third administration, that he preferred to sit in the background and talk with a person in his ear. There's a recording of him saying that. But he's self not the leader type. He's self taking orders from somebody else.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So, and Michael Obama.
Oh, it really, Dolly. Kim says it was gonna happen in late 2023. Yeah, actually, California, we're going down. Probably China's fault. Interesting. Um, because some people will say, I can see that too. We're still in 2023. It ends this
Mhm.
month. The new year really starts, we can say, in March, April.
Yeah.
So, yeah, late
Well,
2023.
I'm kind of counting up until here February because but there are many New Years coming up. I mean, we got a lot of new people who have New Year's at different times. So Chinese just had theirs, and
Yeah,
the pagan
they
people
follow
will have theirs. And
the moon cycle.
yeah. So yeah. So then basically what you're telling us is neither of these were actually really leaders. Somebody is propping them up.
Oh yes, and I can see here from Michelle Obama. She is born on the 8th. Mm, compassionate, somewhat. She has the compassionate attitude, number 9, but she's born on the 8th. So between Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, she is the one that wear the pants in their
Yeah,
relationship.
that's
Yeah,
what we hear. She tells him to bend.
yeah,
She
I,
tells him to bend over.
yeah. Oh, what do you know? They're both an 11 too. Barack Obama is an 11 too, and Michelle Obama too. But Michelle or Michael Levon Robinson is born on the 17th, so she has more dominant energy than Barack Obama. So yeah,
That's what we hear.
probably she's telling Obama to bend over. Ugh.
Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah, it's like, yeah, yep. We hear she tells him to bend over. Anyway, um, yeah, Michael Robinson. Here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Um, let's say uh, we've got. Well, I guess we have to look at Trump because he is going to be the candidate. He is going to be. He's going to be the president next year if there's an election. If we have an election, do you think that's something to look at? Are we going to have, or are they going to cut that somehow? Fix it so we. I'm going to see. Let's see.
Nah, I heard that we're not gonna have like an election. Something's gonna happen.
Let me calibrate this and see if we got no. Because it was right about the last election. I was right with my pendulum. So let's see. Okay. Okay. I asked, is Michelle Obama a woman? No. But anyway, let's see. Are we going to have in the United States an actual election this year, in our year of our counting, 2024? My pendulum seems to think somehow we are. Um,
Uh, We're gonna
so,
have
uh,
an election.
so Biden is going to be a candidate. Yeah, he's decided he's not going to step out. Trump is going to be the other one, saying yes. Um, let's see. And I have to do this both ways because last time it really was weird because I said, and Biden's going to win. And it said yes. And I said, then Trump's going to lose. And it said no. I said, wait a minute. So Trump's going to win. And it said yes. And Biden's going to lose. No. Wait a minute. Okay. So I was very confused. But now the way it came out, I see it was right. Both of them won and both of them lost. So my question now is Trump going to win if we have an election? Yes. So somehow we do manage to finally have an election this year. Now, is there going to be some kind of interference in that? Yes, there definitely will be. And stop. And will it be found out in time to actually have a fair election? Yes. Okay. Okay. So it looks like that's what I've been getting is that we're going to have, it almost looks like we're not going to have one. But it gets found out what's going on and it gets fixed. And then we do actually carry on and have an election. But first, yeah, it looks like it could be that somebody meddles with that and they try not to have one. But it looks like that dark plan is being thwarted. So that was probably on the books to happen. And a lot of these prophecies, things that people they did happen because that was the plan. See, that really was their plan. That's how the Simpsons know what's going to happen. They're not predicting the future. They're telling you the plan. This
But
is what we're
that's the thing
planning.
with the Simpsons. What I understand, one of the people in the Simpsons got information from a person that had the access to the looking glass technology. They'll be able to see different timeline from the future. That's why they were so accurate. now that every event that they put in their show is going to come to fruition? No, I don't think so.
No, it didn't. And you know what? I got a different story. What I got was there is a plan. There is a dark plan. There always has been a dark plan. And I used to always be able to read it. I could read it a mile away. And there is a plan to do this and that and thus and so. There was a plan to get Hillary in, but
Yeah,
she didn't make it. Their plan was thwarted. It didn't go through. So what there is there's a plan. And yes, up to a point, it was following along in the plan. But now that's not necessarily going to happen. In these last few years, their plans have been going awry. So they're going to get less accurate and less accurate as time goes on now because we're off script.
yeah, they're getting
Okay.
desperate.
We've gone off script now. We're not, their plans are falling apart. So, what I would predict myself is that shows like that, like The Simpsons and so on, that are following along that line, they're going to be less and less accurate. As a matter of fact, they already have been because it wasn't Trump's. They did have a prediction about second Trump's disastrous term or something, and it actually ended up being Biden's disastrous term. So he ended up actually having the disaster. So something went awry there. So there, it's not going to quite be the way that they think it is. So I am thinking we're going right off script, and it's going to be different. However, people have flipped the script. Yeah. So I think that's going to be the timelines are open to change. Well, see, it may be a timeline or it may be an Illuminati plan. I mean, they have things set up decades and sometimes centuries in advance. The reason they're letting lawlessness reign in places like California, I suspect, is they want people to be sick of it and beg for tighter control, police control. They want people to be so sick of all the lawlessness and craziness that they beg to have to be under somebody's thumb to get rid of. They're probably hoping that, uh, and I've seen them do that before. We're going to make you so sick of this that you want something different. And that's what we really want from you, is we want to herd you over into this crowd, which is kind of worrying me because we're so sick of Biden now. There are people who don't even like Trump, but they'll vote for him because he ain't Biden. They already did that, vote for Biden because he's not Trump.
Yeah, a
So,
lot of people in the US voted for Biden because they hate Trump, because there's a stigma in the US. The news talk bad about him. But
right.
now people are seeing or
Now they're going the
experiencing.
other way.
Yeah, because they're waking up seeing all the prices. When you had Trump, there was no war started. Now there's so many. Well, there's a lot of things happening under Biden's watch. It started with Afghanistan. They were there for so many years, and they just leave things there for the Taliban. So,
Mhm.
but it's clearly to see he is not in control. Let me see.
Yeah,
Sandra.
absolutely. They left that stuff for the Taliban. That was the present.
Yeah,
Okay, that was not. Well, what was their excuse? Their excuse was, oh, it was more expensive to take it with us than to just leave there. Are
I
you
don't believe that.
kidding me?
Yeah.
That's bullshit. All they would have had to do is drive it to Pakistan or something.
Yeah.
Just drive it a little ways down the way. No, that was a present from Biden to the Taliban. Yeah, that's what that was. Hi, Mother Nature. Yeah, and
Hey,
Elsa
Mother
Berry
Nature.
says we need to hire Snake Plissken to go to LA before long. Anybody remember that movie, Escape from New York?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well,
I see Sandra. He says just reading up the dog 58 in Dragon Year is astrological tension. Yes, it's the opposite sign, opposite energy. That's why I always suggest, go after your goals and dreams, but just, don't go too big this year. Lay a bit low. That's it. But no fear. Just keep doing your thing. And good to see you, Mother Nature. Blessings.
Escape from LA. Oh, there was an Escape from LA?
But
Really? I didn't see that movie. But yeah, probably. I remember Escape from New York. That was crazy. A crazy movie. Kurt Russell. I'm going to have to look that one up and see how that went. Yeah, the Bombers have some both of them. Both of them do. In fact, both of the Obamas. That's kind of funny. And being exposed. Dolly, I don't know, in my mind that reads way funnier than you probably even meant it to be. Mm. Yeah, the truth doesn't matter now that they know that we know. They know that we know that they know that we know. Okay.
that's the thing. They wanted to push Michelle Obama for presidency. But now with more people finding out, the main public doesn't believe this. Too far fetched for them to believe that she's a man. But if I think they saw it. If they push her for presidency, it's not gonna come good for her. It's gonna be badly exposed.
Nope, it ain't gonna work. They think it's too far fetched, huh? I don't think so. Mm. No, you know what? I had a funny feeling about her the first moment I saw her. I looked at her and I looked at the jawline and there was just something about her and the shape of the body and something, it just screamed, no, I'm not, that there's something not right. And
Yeah,
I'm not racist one bit. So what was it? You know? I mean, there was just something about her that was wrong. And now to hear people say that might be a man and to have little things that say, like, yeah, she's a guy. I'm like, oh man, that could be it. That could be what I was picking up is that the thing that's wrong is that she's not what she says she is. But I think if that gets exposed, I think a freak of a lot of people are really going to be really cheesed off. That is a big lie. That is a horrifically big lie. But I still don't know if that would do it. Some people would still be asleep even after that, I think.
maybe. I think when if that goes mainstream, a lot of people gonna be questioning a lot of things that they don't know what to
Yeah.
believe anymore.
Yeah, if
Um,
that goes mainstream and is proved, oh yeah. Now we're going to have a lot of, and then you know what? We may have a Bud Light moment. You know what I'm saying? We
Well,
may have a Mulvaney moment there. They may Bud Light that family. Hmm. Which would really change things.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I saw a
Yep.
picture of her when she was a man.
I did too. They've got
Yeah,
pictures of her as a man, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
And she
they
was,
lied about that. They just flat out lied to all of us. And the thing is, if they were honest, if they ever came out honest about it before all of this crap happened, people might have been okay, you know?
well,
But
yeah, well, no, because they were lying from the beginning. The whole thing, Obama was set up to be a president, you know.
yeah,
He knew. So,
yeah,
and she is actually then, or he is actually the first tranny lady,
yeah.
the first tranny
The
lady.
first Tran, yeah, the first
Yeah,
Tran.
yeah. That's why they were
He's the
pushing.
first Tran, and Hunter is the first crackhead.
Oh yeah, that too. That too. No, you see, that's why everything is happening this year is to, oh, well, not this year, but it's been happening since 2020 to show people who's who on this planet
Absolutely.
with the government, the who's really against the people and who's for the people. It
There's
has
Michelle.
since 2020, it has pushed the awakening on this planet. It went to like a high gear. And I think this year is also going to kick again into a high gear because there's still people asleep that needs to be woken up, shaken up. And that I think is going to be happening this year, going next year. This year, oh, hey, Michelle, this year for sure. How about 9/11?
Yeah, they're going to get shaken and stirred.
Yeah, shaken and stir.
Who's pushing kids to swap sexes? See, that's
Well,
just it.
yeah, yeah. They're going heavily with that agenda. It is, you know, it's basically you weren't born in the wrong body. You choose that gender when you were born. They're confusing the kids. Basically, the whole LGBT thing is a cover up for pedophilia. That's
Hmm.
bottom line of that is for the pedophilia because they want to normalize pedophilia. They want
Hmm.
to change the pedos' names to map minor attractive person. So today I saw
Sorry, but
in
if you ever think I will accept that term, you're full of S. You know, you're full of shit.
yeah,
Anyway, go ahead, my friend.
yeah, no, today I saw, it's 11/11 here. Today I saw in Spain that they had like a LGBTQ parade with children under 12, but they had like feathers in rainbow color, and all the children had lingerie on,
Oh,
lingerie,
no.
and they're like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. Like what the hell is
Nothing says groomer like
that?
children in lingerie.
Yes,
Okay.
in parade that happened in Spain. So they're grooming, sexualizing the children, and normalizing pedophilia. That's why we have to stand against it and speak up
Hmm.
because they're weaponizing um, compassion, being compassion. They say, oh, you have to have compassion for them, but they're they're brainwashed. So you're not really helping them by going with the gender affirmation surgery. You're not helping them. You're damaging them. So they weaponize, you can say,
Well,
the
see, that's
compassion.
just it. They're more dissociative than anything. There's it's gender dysphoria.
Oh yes, yeah, yeah.
So, and the cure, you know, That's like saying to cure a dissociative person is to give them more personalities so that they can, that's yeah, that's like saying, here, let's make the paranoid person more paranoid. Let's make them permanently paranoid. Then they'll get over their paranoia. What? No, they get off their gender dysphoria by understanding, and there's it is certainly not going through traumatic surgeries that are going to affect their entire life. If you're an older person and you decide you want to do that, if you're old enough to make your own decision, but really, kids going on gender, this so-called gender affirming,
Yeah, it
which is
doesn't make sense. You can go to war, lose your life with 18, or and you can drink when you're well in the US. Then you can drink alcohol with 21. But
Mhm.
you don't need in some states in the US they're pushing that they don't need the parents' permission to make a life changing altering to their body.
Yeah, that's something that can completely alter your whole life.
Yeah,
And I
it
mean,
doesn't make sense. It
no,
doesn't make sense.
that is messed up, and I mean, a lot of us are having problems with that. This is, the ultra far left.
Yes,
Um,
and they what's the slogan they use? Is love. Love is love. That's
mhm.
what they say. Love is love. They weaponize it. Yeah, love is love, but not a love between an adult and a fucking child. That why can you find somebody in your own age or older? Why you go to a child? They're mixing it up. This mix, yes, it's pure evil. Yeah. Okay. What
Yes, it
happened
is
to
evil.
Oh yes, Kiki, that's a good thing. What happened to love ourselves how we are?
Exactly.
They forgot about that.
That's the cure for most anything. That's the cure for everything, really, is just loving yourself and self-respect. Because honestly, if you have dysphoria, or you have even dissociative, that is a lack of love of yourself. That's wanting to be somebody else that you're not, because you don't feel like you want to be you. It's like it's that's all going back to, you don't want to be yourself. You want to be anybody else. So really, you're not going to fix that by making him into somebody else.
Exactly. That's yeah. That's basically what they do. They don't want you to be yourself. They want you to be something else that's not yourself. So you don't find yourself. You're always lost. Now
Pretty-
I heard that
What?
some some schools that if the child thinks that there's a cat or a dog and starts to purr or howl, that the teacher cannot say nothing because that's part of the queer identity. Yeah, yeah, queer identity. I don't know where they come up with this shit.
Mm.
I have a 10-year-old, so I think about this topic often. Oh, yeah. No, it's good to think about it, Kiki, and stand strong. The mothers have to stand strong, and the fathers, too.
So is this really a thing? Free sex changes for illegal refugees who join the military. They
That's
got
not,
that on the book. That is going to fly, I hope.
yeah, I would, that's not surprising because look at the
Not
military
surprising.
in US right now. They're accepting tranny and men that are dressing as women and shit. I'm like, what the hell? How if they let's say I don't want nobody wants war, but if they're in a war type, they're not gonna get far. They're gonna get far with that attitude. They're gonna scream, get
I don't
panic.
know though. Some countries they go into, if they go in as trannies, some of those men are going to be freaked out as anything. It's like, wow, it's like, but yeah. Well, see, the thing here is though, if you give somebody, and this is just across the board, you give somebody you pump them up on testosterone. Say it's the other way around, and women want to go in, get go into the military for their free sex change. You pump anybody up on testosterone, they're already gonna be
They're
more
gonna,
violent, more prone to
yeah, they're
violence, hot temper.
emotionally imbalance. They're out of balance. They're not gonna
Mhm.
be in balance. They're gonna be, yeah, it's
Right.
just like emotionally, yeah, insane at work. The clinically insane at work. Yes, very. Yeah, but these things
Mhm.
are gonna stop. I know America is gonna go through big changes this year and next year too, and then for 2026 we're gonna be having the world is gonna be different in 2026. That I know
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's gonna be way different. We're not
Well, yeah,
hardly gonna recognize it.
yes,
Boy,
I got information that this year is gonna be a weird year. A lot is gonna be happening. There's gonna be more shooting, things like today itself. There was a shooting in Kansas City at the parade celebration. There was a shooting there. So I'm expecting more of those type of things to be happening in US this year, and maybe all some parts around the world too. It's gonna get more intense. That's why it's good this year to stand in your power. Make sure you're good at home. That if something go down, that you don't have to go outside. That you can stay home for a few days, water, food. So that's what I advise you if you're living in the US. Because if you're in the US, you're like you have front seat to the show, to the world show.
well,
But yeah, go ahead.
that's another thing, like anybody going through the sex change, they have more volatile emotions because, not it I mean, anybody getting hopped up on artificial hormones is gonna have mood swings, just to begin with. I'm
So you're
thinking
not
of the
gonna be.
and if you're
Yeah.
also an illegal alien
Mm-hmm.
and you're hopped up on oh god. Yeah. Okay, well, time to invest in firearms, I guess, folks, before they take them all away. I don't know. But yeah, I don't think they're going to get, like I said, once again, I don't think that the plan that business as usual is going to happen. I don't think so. I think
Yeah,
stuff's going to happen.
yeah, no,
I
they're
don't think
preparing
so.
something for March and April, and I can see in June something big happening in June. June, April, March are the high months, and something with the market in September, and then you have
Yeah, the
October,
market this
and then
year is
December.
probably
Those
going
are
to.
the key months. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
seeing the market is probably going to tank this year. Is finally. So,
yeah. That's why I wouldn't invest in Bitcoin. Only if you want to invest in those one of those things is silver and gold. Those are the only two. Other than that is not good. I know the silver
you can't
market
even
is
trust Bitcoin because
manipulated.
that gets stolen so easy. You can lose it so easy. I had some
Yeah, that
Bitcoin.
too.
It
Oh,
vanished into thin air. Bitcoin is very
yeah,
easy to lose. So you got to really watch it with some of this stuff. Yeah, yeah, there is so much to this. Um, Well, yeah, if you got the money to invest in silver and gold, and I think at this point most people don't. They can't even
Yeah,
invest
true.
in their groceries for the month, hardly.
That's the
It
other thing. Yeah. Food and water is more important. Food and water. And
well,
you cannot
yeah,
eat from.
here's another thing that's happening is because of the climate control measures in Europe, people now are queuing up in miles long lines for coal to heat their
Oh yeah.
places with. And there are places where they're clear cutting old growth forests for fuel to stay warm. So, yeah, that's done so much for our climate. They've done so much damage because without trees, trees are the lungs of the planet. And coal is, to my knowledge, not a clean resource. So, what the heck are they doing? They're not doing this for our good. I mean, it should be obvious to people by now. They don't give a damn about the environment. It's not about that at all. Has nothing to do with that. So this is about control. It's about power and control and getting people into a vulnerable situation so that they can be more easily controlled. That's
Oh
all
yeah.
that it's about.
Yeah. This year with the eight is all about the negative side is from the eight is intolerance and can be also abusive and controlling. Controlling. It has to do with authority. So there's going to be power
Mhm.
play this year with the government and in our life too, that we have to stand in our power. Or you're going to be
Mhm.
walked on. It's going to be two. You're going to be standing in your power, speak your truth, speak your mind, or you're going to be laying back and people are going to walk over you. So it's going to be a power play this year. It's not a coincidence that this year is the eighth universal year and we just entered the dragon year. It
Mhm.
correlates with each other.
Wu Train Riders, DG. Alex will figure out your life path number if you give him the date of your birth. And then he'll tell you something about what the year's going to be like.
Yeah, and gives you just a summary, just the key points.
And by the way, happy Valentine's Day to those of you who celebrate. Me, I usually hide.
Lol. I don't even remember when's the last time yeah, I don't celebrate it, you know. I
I
don't
usually hide. I'm like,
yeah,
you know,
but happy
I'm not
Valentine's
one
Day
of
to
those
everybody.
snuggly, wuggly Valentine, but yeah, it's like good on you. If you are, then good for you. Keeping it spicy, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Happy Valentine's. So Wu Train is 11/28/85.
Okay, can you say one more time? 11.
11 tw- oh 11. Wait a minute. 11/2/85.
Oh, it is 11. Wait, it is 2 of November.
Yes, the 2 of November. It was a mistype the first time.
Okay, 2 of November.
It was the 2nd of November, a day I'll always remember. That was the day my daddy died.
Lol. Okay, so, yeah.
All Souls Day, yeah. Oh, yeah, All Souls Day, that's right. Yeah,
Hmm.
my ex was the 1st of November.
Hmm.
Kinda scary.
Lol. Mm, oh yeah.
We usually
Awkward.
celebrate it on Halloween.
Okay. Wood wood train rider. Wood train
Yeah.
rider. Wood train rider. You're a life path 9. That's the humanitarian. That's that's the last of the single digit number. Those a lot of old souls, spiritual teachers are life path 9. The 9 work with people. They Most of them work with people. They love to work with people, and they can be a good healer, speaker, philanthropy, writer, anything they put their mind to. Like Gandhi was a 9 life path. So a lot of them time is the old soul. One thing that they need to overcome is jealousy and envy. That's what I see with the life path 9. Jealousy and envy. Um, so the 9 is at the 9 is at the ending of the cycle. So oh yeah, a lot of musicians are also life path 9, like Jimi Hendrix, Bob Marley, the ones I calculated. I think Queen also was life path 9. And oh yeah, and you're in a personal year 3. So this year, like the other one that I calculate, let me see. Mm, oh yeah, Jackie. Jackie was also in a personal year 3. So this year is a very social, creative, communicative year for you. It's all about expressing your true self. So you're going to be challenged into self-expression and also communicating, how you communicate with people. And it's a very joyful year. The 3 is the childlike energy, so a joyful energy. So when you're in a 3 year, it's a very good year. So you're going to be socializing, meeting new people, working on your communication skills, and also your creativity. So great year to dive into your creativity, express your creativity. Is it writing, doing a sport? What's your creativity? So this is the year for you to work on that and express your truth self. You're going to be challenged to expressing your truth self. So yeah, the 3 is a very good year. So you're going to be meeting new people on your path, help you with your path, and yeah, and yeah, socializing. So yeah, the 3 is a very good year. Yeah. So you're going to be working on your communication skills. And remember, it's all expressing your true self. It's all about self-expression. So that was for Wood Train Rider.
Mhm. Ah, do your wife also, yeah. What is her information then?
Okay.
8/15, 1986.
Okay. I will bet your wife has to be a 6 or an 11, or could be also a 3. The match for could be also a 7. Match for 9, I see a lot of times it's with the 7, could be also 11 and the 6. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what it is. So you're born on the 15th, right? 15, 8. What's the year? 86, huh?
Mhm.
Ah, I knew it. I thought it was nine. The nine, so the best match will be the 11 or the 6. And what? Your wife is the 11.
There you go. Oh my goodness, same as Obama and Michael and
Yes,
Biden.
the 11s are known as the old souls. They're very compassionate. The 2 is the root of the 11 is the 2. The 2 is the peacemaker, cooperation, being diplomatic. They don't like conflict. If they do, then they're on the wrong side of the 2 if they like conflict. Um, um, I say they come in to be diplomatic, to calm things down and resolve things. That's why it's known as the peacemaker. And for example, with your wife, um, let me see. Oh yeah, the opposite of the one, they like working together. Um, and they prefer peace over confrontation or conflict. And they're gonna be facing in their life a lot of challenge of discord and conflict, so they can become the peacemaker. And due to your wife being is an 11 life path, so you have to look at the 2 life path and also the 11. The 11 is the spiritual messenger, you can say, or the master inspirational. They're here to inspire people with their abilities by speaking or what they're doing. Um, the 11 is they can how you say, they can go easily into the, like with the Reiki healing, spiritual, anything that has to do with different spiritual methods. They can go easily to it and advance very easily in that area due to them being the 11. The 11 is also they call it also a mystical number, same as the 11, the 7 number. The 7 is also known as a bit mystical. Um, oh yeah, and for them, what they're gonna be facing with the 11, the challenge is to um, of standing out and not fitting in. That's where they're gonna be having the challenge with the 11. They have to speak out, speak, express themselves, be the inspirational messenger to people because they have a good connection. The 11 is like a doorway. It has like connection with the spiritual realm, and so they can get message very easily. Okay, so that's with the life path 11. Okay, let me see here. Let me see in which year your wife is. Your wife is in. Your wife is in a 22 master number year. 22. Interesting. So the 22 is almost as the same energy as the 8. And we're in the 8th universal year. So your wife is going to get challenges this year um, for her to be like the 22 is the master builder. So you're going to get challenges to be the master builder. If your wife, I don't know if your wife has any idea to build something, this is the year for her to make plans, um, be organized, and work on it because she being in the 22 personal year and we are in the 8th universal year, this is a great year for her to manifest her desire, wherever she has been working on. So, like I can give you an example. Elon Musk was in a 22-year last year, and he went big with his business. He expanded his business, bought Twitter, expanded SpaceX. He went all out on the 22 energy. So your wife is in the same energy this year, and being with the 8 is the double energy for her to really manifest what she's been working on. The lower vibration or the lower The root number of the 22 is the 4. 4 is the builder. The 22 is to make something big that is not only going to benefit you, but also people around you, and it's going to be long lasting. And the 4 is mostly building, could be a house or a small business. Um, yeah, could be also a small business. But with the 22, it's going to be, if you build something, if business is something going to affect a lot of people. So it's going to be depending on her what she wants to do. But she has the capability to do something big this year. So that's for wood grain.
Well, tell her if she's got a dream,
Yeah,
this is the year.
maybe
Start
she,
building.
yeah, maybe she's something into the, because the 11, I don't know if she is into the Reiki healing or things like that. Or maybe she wants to have a spiritual based business that she wants to build. Um, so this is the year for that.
Okay, Dolly wants a reading for her boy Willie, January 18th, 2002.
Okay, this I would do. And so that's 9 1. That's 10. Oh, 5. That's 14. Mm-hmm. 14. That means it's a 5. And he's in a 9. 9 1 9. Oh, double 9. Okay. Okay. Your boy Willie is life pet 5. So I imagine your a boy has a lot of energy. They cannot. They love doing different things. They love trying different things. That's the life path of the adventure. They love to travel. They love to experience new things. Um, um, Grounding is very important for them. They came to this planet. The life path 5 is to experience and learn different things. Learn as much as they can. One thing with them is balance. They have to balance themselves with their thoughts and to make better decisions because they're very impulsive number energy. And I see your boy is 9 1. Oh, it's a 9 year. Okay, your boy is in the 9 personal year. So this year, your boy is reaching the ending of the 9 year. Yeah, 9 year cycle for him. Is we Me and him are in the same personal year. Um, so the 9 is all about service to humanity. So maybe a lot of people going to be approaching him this year that needs help, assistance, and it's also a year because it's a 9 is completion and ending of a cycle. So this year for him is going to be for him to let go of people and things to no longer serve him for his higher purpose. So it's going to be a very, the 9 is also spiritual, eye-opening year for him to what, to see what things that doesn't serve him anymore that he has to let go of people or things. So he make way for next year when he's going to be in a 1 person year, which is start his 9 years cycle starts back again, where he is going to get a fresh start, fresh boost to ideas to work on his future plan, where he wants to go, but what he wants to do. But this year is a year where he has to let go of things and prepare himself for the next year, which is going to be a new cycle for him. So that's for Dolly.
Yep, that's for Willie, for Dolly's
Oh yeah, Dolly's son Willie.
Willie. Okay. So basically, I guess next year probably quite a bit is going to be um, this in this next year. What I'm seeing just psychically is a lot of civil unrest, a lot of so-called natural disasters. I think it's going to come out more about certain things like maybe the tunnels. I think that's going to come to light more. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to, of course, come to the surface because they have to. They absolutely have to. There's um there's no way to hide some things anymore. There's going to be nowhere where bleh. We're heading into a time where it's going to be impossible to hide some things. And one of them is going to be visitors in the sky. I predict that is going to be more widespread known, okay, and accepted. So we're going to get more. Uh, I don't think we're necessarily going to get any intel, not from the military or anything, but we're going to get it more from people. I think people are going to see even more stuff in the strange things in the sky than they saw before. So,
Oh yeah, that's what I got. This is gonna be a weird year. This year and next year, but
and
afterwards it's gonna come good.
I
We
think it's
need to
going to
go
be
to this
very blatant.
transition. Yeah,
Yeah, Dolly
the
says
things have
thank
to
you.
come.
Yeah, that's great. Yes, Alexander is amazing. Yes, he is, in fact.
Yeah. Thanks,
So,
Dolly.
yeah, we're going to see a lot of things. A lot of people who were totally, uh, that is one thing. It's becoming more mainstream. Um, you're seeing Sasquatch become more mainstream. You're
Oh yeah.
seeing mhm. The
So,
cryptids are coming up. People are finally beginning to take an interest and say, "Hey, maybe this exists." And it seems like, and in this year, I would almost expect maybe people are going to start to see dragons. And actually, my helper and I were out late last year looking at the sky, and a storm was coming in. And honestly, she doesn't consider herself psychic at all. But we saw dragons up in the sky. We saw the outlines of dragons up in the clouds. They were coming in. They were on their way in. And she could see it. She was like, but see, if she wasn't standing next to me, she wouldn't have felt free to say that. But she said, yes, I can see those. I can see it looks like dragons up there. I said, that's because there are dragons. So the dragons are coming back, my friends. And this year, I think we're going to hear about it. And I don't mean the evil dragons, those are a corruption. I think this is going to be the legendary type that are powerful and wise, not the evil ones. As a matter of fact, I think they're going to come in and help us handle the evil ones. what the evil ones have done. Anyway, Selena Ingalls came in, so she's next.
Yeah, I'm doing her calculation.
Derek? No, I'm not Derek. I'm Diane. I'm D. Diane.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling dragons are coming in. These people are going to start to see them. People have started to see Pegasus. I even know somebody who swears she was out with her friend and she saw a Pegasus. And it was like, you kidding me? But yeah, that's what I saw too. Is that what they were talking? I was like, well, she said, did you see what I saw? And her friend, and they trust each other. And her friend said, well, if it looked a lot like a Pegasus, that's what I saw. That was last year. So the legendary animals are coming back. Oh, okay. I wondered what happened to Derek. Derek, are you in the Woo train there? You on the Woo train? Okay. People
Okay.
all the world join hands, get on the Woo train, Woo train. Okay, you got the info?
Yes. Um.
I had a feeling that was Derek actually. Yeah.
Okay, Selena, you're a life path 4. Same as Kunjing Queen. I don't think Kunjing Queen is here right now. But or maybe she is. The 4 is known as the builder. The builder of society. Has to do with planning, organizing, managing. What they're gonna be the challenge that the 4 is gonna be receiving is a lot. Their foundation is gonna be tested, so they can become the builder of society. If you're not normally that they're on their path, they're very organized and they make the planning. They're very good at organized and making planning. If they're not on their path, they're unorganized and the place, for example, the place is, for example, the home is not, um, yeah, organized. I don't know a word for it, but unorganized. I put it that way. So the 4 is the life path is the builder of society, the builder. They like to build things, and you're in a person year 1. So last year you were in a 9 year. So last year is where your 9 year cycle ended, and last year, like the son of Dolly, is in this year in a 9 year. You were last year in a 9 year, so last year for you was and also was a 7 year. So I can imagine it was a very spiritual year for you. Because the 7 is also a spiritual number, has to do with self-reflection, slowing down, looking things from different perspectives, and the 9 is all about service to humanity and letting go of people and things that no longer serve you. So I imagine last year you had to let people and things go out of your life that was no longer on your highest path. And this year you're in a 1 year. So this year, the one you're starting again. You're starting your 9 year cycle back again. So, and we're in the 8th universal year. So this year for you, with being a 4, the builder, is what do you want to build? This is the perfect year for you to get organized and make a plan on what do you want to build, where do you see yourself, or do you want to travel? The year in 1, you can try and experience different things, and due to being in the 8th is highly favorable for manifesting. So I will suggest to you for to make a plan. What do you want? follow your heart desire, your passion. You will find it in your passion, and you'll be able to build something and start something unique this year. This year you will feel a boost of energy, especially this month, a boost of energy to be more determined and go after your goals. So that is for Selena. Oh, you just moved, starting over. Perfect. You see? Yes, you're going with the number without you even knowing it. So yeah, this year was a new year for you, the starting point. So what do you want to do? That's what you have to ask yourself. This is the one is more a selfish number to more focus on yourself, you know, your goals, your ideas, and next year you be in a 2 year. The two is all more cooperation, working together, partnership, also love to be you find a business partner in the year two, or you find a relationship partner in a year two. So it's more a slowing down and focusing on the people around you in the next year, and yeah, and partnership. And another year that is for partnership or family or love is the 6th year. There are a lot of people get married in the 6th year, or they get divorced. It can go both ways. So yeah, you're in a 1 year, so go for it. Make a plan. Hey, you're welcome,
There
Selena.
you go. So, so is he great or is he great?
Lol.
So, those of you who, oh, well, thank you, Dolly. Yeah, Alexander too. Yeah, it's always a good night when we have Alexander on. I always have a good time. We always have a real good time. And yeah, and it's always fun to know more about yourself as know thyself, right?
Yes, I see numerology as more and astrology as a guidance.
Mhm.
When I
Yeah.
started doing calculation of people, I saw, oh, it's math. You know, and then I said, okay, everybody choose a path. This real nothing is a coincidence. And in numerology, it goes as far that you chose your name, you chose the day that you were born, and you chose your parents, and you chose your life path for a mission for your journey in this round time now, um, and the lessons that you have to overcome. Uh, like today, I was on another stream, and it was nothing as a coincidence that those people weren't they know nothing about numerology. It was new to them, and there was one guy on the panel. I did the number, and he was a 33-6. And then there was a woman in the chat. She was also a 33-6. That's one of the rarest master numbers to encounter.
Wow. That
And
is very unusual, yeah.
yeah, that is very on. And then another later on come on the panel a guy that I did his number. He was a 44. He's the first 44 I've done.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a coincidence. And
No.
and there's a pattern with the numbers too, because same with those two people, I said, okay, with the 33, I know with the 33, all of them, they grow up without a father in their life. And both of them were, yeah, they didn't grow up with a father. And some, each life path has something to overcome, but I've seen with life path 33-6, they go through a lot, that the emotional trauma that they have to overcome, because most of them are, let's say, sexually abused by a father figure in the family. Most of them, 90% of them, goes through that they have to overcome. A lot of them cannot overcome it, like my aunt. She was in, yeah, she drink herself to death, you could say. So she didn't overcome it, and she afterwards I did her calculation and found out she was a 33-6. But when you overcome that, you're gonna be able to assist a lot of people in this world with your experiences, because the 33-6 are known as the master teacher, master healer. They have a great healing energy in them that they have to discover. So each life path goes through um, lessons for them to make them stronger and be assistance to people around you.
I saw Chloe came through here.
Oh
She's
yeah.
at work though, listening at work.
Oh really?
But
Hey Chloe, blessings. Nice to see you.
yeah, I saw her name go flying through here. The Countess, we call her. She's our counting countess, La Contessa. Because when she starts counting, stuff happens.
Mm,
What's her? Do you know her life path?
yes, Chloe is a 7, same as Michelle
Same as
Graham.
me. Yeah, that
Yes, same.
figures. Most of us are 7.
Yeah, there's a lot of 7. 7 is 7, 1, 9. That is, I think, the most of the all life path numbers is the 1 and the 7 and 5 too. There's a lot of 5 and 3. Oh yeah, there's a lot of sorry.
Hey,
But
James.
for the
James Ortiz is in.
hey James,
James
but
the
of course,
Tease. I mean, James Ortiz.
mm,
What's your number? You know your life path. I know you've been here before. Do you know your life path number, James? Ah, that's sad, Dolly. Sorry to hear that.
hmm, you understand that?
Hmm.
Well,
Oh, you
he
forgot. Okay, well, we just need your birth date.
yeah, add
Well,
the birthday up. There's two ways that people do it, but like they, for example, if you're born on the 19, they put it to 1 and then the month single. So if it's a 12, it become a 3, and then the year, for example, 1987, and it become a 7, and then they add it up together. But I don't do it that way. I do it like, for example, with James, I would add it up like 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 4 plus 1 plus 9 plus 6 plus 0. All of them singly. You add them singly together. Only that way you get to 33 or 44. If you do it the other way, you're not gonna get 22, a 33, or a 44. That's why I do it the other way.
James Ortiz is a 22, isn't he?
No, I don't know. Let me see.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 6, 7, 16, and 6 is 22. He's a 22.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
what's his birthday? 16? 16 plus 10?
It's basically 10, 14, 1960.
Oh, it's 14. Oh, shit. Okay, I put 16. Okay. 14 plus 10. So 10 plus 19, 60. is 22. Interesting. You
Yeah.
see, of the all the master numbers, 22 and 44 for me is the least you encounter, because they say 33 is the rarest, but I've encountered a lot of 33, or
And we
maybe
have two 11s in here so far.
yes, we have 11. So James, you have you can say a rare life path. The 22 is known as the master builder. So the question is for you, what do you want to build? I can give you an example with the a person that was master number 22 is the person that built Coral Castle in Florida. I don't know
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
did it, but the castle is still standing. He built it by himself. He wasn't big. Apparently, he used some type of frequency device, what the Egyptian used, that he moved the coral rocks around by himself, and the castle is still standing. And when I double check, when I check his birthday, yeah, he was the master builder. So the master builder is building something that's going to be long lasting. That's not only benefit you, but the community and the people around you and the future generation. So that's interesting, James. I don't encounter a lot of people that are 22. Um, and okay, James, you are in a personal year 5. So if when you're in a personal year 5, your life is gonna go through a big transformation this year, especially also that we're in the eighth universal year. 2024 is 8, so it's the 8. It has to do with transformation also and rebirth, and the 5 is also transformation and being able to adapt. So this year you're gonna get a lot of opportunities that's gonna come your way, and a lot of experience gonna come your way that's gonna maybe take you to a path to where you need to be. So expect a lot of changes this year. Is a in the 5 year is a good year also to travel, go on adventure, um, try out new things. But yeah, everybody that's in the 5 year, their life go through a big transformation. So um, you're gonna get a lot of opportunities. So go, don't go be too impulsive. You know, think it through before you make a decision. Um, so yeah, that's true, James. By the end of this year, um, you're gonna have a different perspective from things, from the experience you're gonna be going through and getting this year. So yeah, I feel anything. Well, James, this year what you need you're gonna be asking, because the 8 also has to do with the 8 is unending, right? So it's a karmic number. So everything that goes around comes around, especially here. That's why with the people doing bad this year, they're gonna get it real fast this year. Karma is working in overdrive this year with the 8. So yeah, people gonna get their karma this year for sure. So what you put in, you will get out this year. So that is for change.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Dolly. Yeah, I suspect that too if he was coughing up oh my god. And then mini strokes. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible, Dolly. That's why I wasn't gonna go near a hospital. They were vax crazy. I wasn't gonna go anywhere near the vax crazed.
Oh, build. Yeah. James says I've built many things. Yeah, that's your path. Yeah,
Yep,
because you're a 22 4.
and
4
you're
is the
doing
builder.
exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Yes, yes. So 4 is the builder of society, but you're a 22. So that's the master builder. Now you go in is the 22 is 4 on steroids basically. You go bigger. You just don't build for yourself. You build for future generation. I put it that way.
Well, in my opinion, Dolly, they have genocide on their hands. They all have blood on their hands.
Oh yes.
And come on, they're beginning to find out and go, oh, gee, and what did I, what have I said many times? Every time they hand us something new, oh, take this, take this, take this. A few years later, they'll be saying, oh, gee, we're sorry. We screwed up. It's toxic. It can hurt you. It can kill you. After the fact, of course, when it's too late, when it's
But yeah,
already killed a bunch of people, then they'll tell you, oh, gee, we screwed up. You guys still believed us, though, didn't you? After the 90,000th time. I'm 66. I've seen this happen over and over and over and over and over. And every time people fall for it, it's bullshit. It turns out to be something horrible.
wait,
And
you're from sorry, you were born in 1966?
who, me?
Yeah.
57.
Oh, 57. Not
Born right at the end of 57.
oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
you
I'm
was
66 years old. I'm 66 and I have been around a while. I'll tell you right now, I've seen exactly how this thing goes over and over and over again. Every time they try and sell us and something and jam it down there, look at what happened with the health and fitness. That whole health and fitness movement that came in. We're fatter and sicker than we've ever been. Oh, we're sorry. We didn't know. Yeah, you did know. GMOs, everything, Gardasil, everything. Everything they try to push. Every trend, everything. It makes us weaker. It makes us sicker. We cannot trust anything they say. And yet people continue to trust. Well, I can forgive younger people, but if you're getting around my age, you better wake the F up because they're coming for you. And they're coming for the kids too. That's the latest. They're coming for the kids. Now they're pushing the trend. What's it doing? Killing people.
confusing people. We're
Mhm.
going in a time of confusion. There's a lot of people going to be confused with what's going to be coming
There's
into
a
the future.
very high suicide rate, Alex, among among people who have gotten these procedures and taken the pills and stuff. Very high suicide rate.
Are good
So
for depression, suffering depression. A good
Yes.
solution for depression would be microdosing, magic mushroom.
Yes. Oh, thank you, Jackie.
Make a wish.
Yeah, a flu shot. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need
Yep.
any of the shots. But you know, that's the thing. The people that took it, they they chose their way to act it because nothing is a coincidence. They chose their time. Maybe if they knew, they wouldn't take it. But if that I know that nothing is a coincidence, that's the way they wanted to exit this around. Um,
That's the
my
way they wanted to go out, I guess.
yeah, that's how I see it. My uncle also transitioned last September. You know, he was thinking it was good. But yeah, at least I got my parents and my nephews not to take it, and an aunt too, because I know, yeah, with my parents, due to the well, my fatherland, due to his emotional state, if he took it, it will not go good for him. That I know for sure. But yeah, they're gonna be
And
trying again with the X now. They're also gonna trying to push, or they're gonna try to push the lockdown, climate change. They already did it. I think I don't know which country they did the climate lockdown, so maybe they're gonna be pushing that too. But all of it that's gonna be happening is gonna be exposing themselves more. And I saw Bill Gates says, yeah, the other disease that's gonna come, there's gonna be 20 times more deadly. Like really? How do you know? Could it be because you're involved of making it? So we'll see if it's gonna be like what they say, because our energy of the body is also raising, and those disease are man-made. So if our frequency of our body is high, those man-made stuff are not gonna affect us as they want to. It's all about frequency. So
now, now we finally have some doctors coming out and saying, yeah, I couldn't, I'm like, wow, this is the Attorney General of Florida who was saying that the Jabberwocky was the antichrist of all medicines. That's exactly his words. And
yeah,
he said, speaking as a human and not as a doctor, though, he said he talked about it as a doctor, how bad it was. But he said, but speaking strictly as a human, because he was saying, well, there could have been all kinds of reasons why this happened. But he says, but speaking as a human, I think it's just plain evil. It's just strictly very evil. It's an evil plan of some sort. And so, he's coming out and saying that. Now, I hope that he has good bodyguards. I hope that he's going to still be around because, many, many doctors who have talked about that way, some stuff has happened to them. They had like something like 27 doctors get together one time and make a video saying, don't get it. Don't get the Jabberwocky. And they
yeah, I
pulled
know
that
how.
videos real fast.
Yeah, I forgot what they're a group. They're a group of doctors that came together. There was two women that was talking. One, she's from Nigeria, and the other one is from America. Um, the one from Nigeria is also a priest, and the other woman, I think she has a red hair. I forgot her name. She's a doctor and a lawyer, and I know she got fired and for speaking out, and she's still speaking out, giving out, speaking against the jab. But I forgot her name, and I need to
He's
check
lucky
her
to be
name now.
alive too, because a lot of them, something happened to them.
Oh yes,
Something
but
happened to them.
this is not now. It's before the pandemic, there were doctors that were linking autism, autistic, with other
Yeah,
sort.
to all these vaxes, yeah.
Yes,
Mhm.
and all these doctors were mysteriously things were happening to them. Like about, I know about, I think 40 to 50 doctors mysteriously passed away.
Yep, absolutely. It's like, and anybody who was saying natural health, and everybody was saying, put aside the pills and go for the natural stuff, go for the natural health. The naturopaths were all getting killed one way or another. Sorry, they were dying off. So I think they were killed. So
Oh yeah,
that
for
may be
sure.
controversial, but that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. I have a right to have that opinion. But yeah, they were dying out, and it was so you were taking your life in your hands to tell the truth the whole time, and still are, as far as I can tell. In many cases, you're not going to get a fair treatment. So,
Yeah, but that shouldn't stop us. I know the other one that they took out was Dr. Bashar. They took him out last too. He was also speaking against it. But yeah, we cannot lay down because otherwise they came out for nothing. We have to also do our part and have no
mhm.
fear. No fear.
Yeah.
And Kiki, you're right. Our health is in our power, but they don't want us to know that. Our health is our power, yeah. That's why they're going after our health, yeah. We cannot. So that should be also a priority this year. The eight has to do with empowerment. Starts with your health.
Right after oh, really? Your friend's son. Oh my gosh, yeah. Golly. Yeah, there have been kids who have gotten their shots and have gone nonverbal autistic right in front of their parents' eyes. And that's really hard to think you're a parent and you may have contributed to that by not keeping them from that. But that's what you get. And I'm sorry. Yeah, I might get in trouble for saying it. That's what you get when you trust a doctor too much. You you got to know your doctor really well because they're going to try and they're going to tell you what they're trained to tell you. And it's not because they're necessarily always evil. I mean that's not the point at all. I'm not saying all of them are evil. I'm saying they're telling you what they're trained to tell you. And if they're
Yeah,
being told that this is okay and this is the thing to do, that's what they're going to tell you, then, you know, and but you cannot trust them too much because there you go. You have to be very careful with who you trust with your health,
yeah.
whose
You
word
have
you
to be your
trust.
own doctor. You have to be your
Yeah.
own doctor, or look up I don't know, a more natural based doctor, because most of the doctors, um, medical doctors, are trained by the schools that get funding from the Rockefeller pharmaceutical company. So you're trained to, oh,
Yep.
you have a pain, take this. Oh, you have a pain there, oh, take that. You know, not to really dive into
Absolutely.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And those things has two side effects on you that your body has to
Bunch of
overcome.
freaking pill poppers.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It makes absolutely no sense for um, that we have been living without all this stuff for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, and millions of years, actually, that all of a sudden people think we need all this crap to live. And in my opinion, and this is, of course, going to sound like conspiracy theory, but in my opinion, it looks like every single plague we've ever had has been manufactured.
Oh yes, people say, oh, what about the polio vaccines? That helped. I'm like, what I understand about the polio is that um, it was in the vaccine itself. There is where it started through the vaccine, when they started to vaccinate people. It doesn't appear out of nowhere. It appeared due to the vaccine. When they banned the vaccine, it stopped.
It's just
Yes, Jackie, it caused the polio. It was the jab. The jab,
absolutely
that's what caused the polio.
probably.
With all of them, we're not getting the full story. It's the same with the Spanish flu. Well, wasn't
Yeah.
in, it didn't begin in Spain. I think you had also in US. I think Max Vision also looked into that, and
Hmm.
it was the year that they installed radar radiation. So it has a link to that, the radar radiation that caused the so-called flu.
And I
So
look
everybody,
back into history and I can see it all the way back. It's like they say, but what about, way back when they had the Black Plague? Yeah, but
the black
supposedly
thing.
people were primitive. I think the Black Plague was also planned.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into the black plague. I don't know the polio vaccine, to the vaccine, the Spanish
They
flu,
weren't,
the
they
radar.
didn't have vaccines, but they had some pretty bad
The,
medical doctors back then, and people calling themselves doctors back then had some
the
pretty
black
bad
thing.
medical practices.
I don't know. I heard. I haven't looked into it, but yeah, I could imagine could be something in the water. That's come to mind. Maybe there was something in the water.
And then there was during the witch burning craze, there was a lot of that has been, somebody looked deeply into that. A lot of that has been attributed to black mold infestation. Black mold will give you all kinds of strange hallucinations and um, strange effects. And one of them is the weird thing that they describe that's very specific, bending all the way backwards. That is because the tendons shorten. There is something about it that'll shorten your tendons and make you bend backwards, all the way backwards. So, and it very painful. Pins and needles, like you're being pricked with pins and needles and all that sort of stuff. That is black mold. So that ergo, it's ergo. So, and that goes all the way back. As a matter of fact, now this is really controversial. Back in biblical times, the Bible story, the plagues of Egypt, they weren't natural, they were caused. It even says that they were. It says they were caused by the Israelites' God. But what does that mean? What do we know about that? I'm sorry if some of you happen to still think that that God was Jesus' father. I don't think so. because that god was a war god. That god was most likely Enlil, Enki's brother. If you don't know about Enki and Enlil, you need to do some research because we've
No, but
talked about that extensively.
that's the thing. What I don't know. I don't trust either. Um,
No,
what
you
what
can't
I
trust anybody.
Yeah, but with those entities that play God, because what I understand, Enki is the not the
Is
one
the
that's
one
the
that
good one.
supposedly created that tweaked the genome to make our bodies.
He's the information I yeah. Also, they were one part of it. Yeah. Um, what I understand, Thoth is the son of Enki, and Thoth appeared in Central America with the Aztec and Olmec, and then is where they started sacrificing to the serpent being that was Thoth in another form.
Oh yeah, that was Viracocha and Quetzalcoatl and
Yes,
um
that was Thoth. They're into sacrificing and low
yeah, they
vibration
said
there.
so, but Thoth doesn't actually have that in his bio in other realms. So I don't know about that either. I'm wondering if that wasn't something that got corrupted.
Yeah, what
You
I
know,
understand, a lot of the plates were tampered with. The victor wrote the story.
see, because I don't know if that's actually Thoth's fault. Like, I mean, yeah, they made a blood cult out of Yeshua's story, Jesus's story. They made a blood cult out of that.
Yes.
Yeah, you're drinking God's blood when you take communion. They made they have their every religion has been um pretty much we've been violated. Every
Oh
religion
yeah,
has been corrupted.
that's
Every
why
religion.
where we're going, we're not gonna be needing religion. Religion is more for a division. We're going to be going through a stage where you don't need an outside source. God is in us, part of it in us. We all have that connection. That's where we're going to be realizing in the next year.
Right. Absolutely. When you
Religion is going to
realize
be
that
obsolete.
the person who created these bodies probably, if that is true, if that story is true, he wasn't from here. He was an ET, and and they were no better than us, and they were not God in with the big G. They were what people called the gods because they had far superior technology that would look like supernatural magic. But was it really? Or was it technology? And it looks like a lot of it was technology. And his cistern in Herzig was the first womb. And so she would have been, in effect, sort of a mother figure. But what were they doing? They were creating experiments. They were doing experiments. So, you know, now the court's still out in my mind about um, everything that happened back then. But I do know one thing: Enki was a war god, or Enlil was the war god, and the god of the Israelites acted like a war god because he wanted them to go kill everybody. He was having them kill every man, woman, and child in a lot of places, and take whoever they wanted as a wife. Just take them. Wasn't a nice guy, and basically leading them around in a desert for 40 years wasn't particularly nice either. I mean, there are places where they even had them kill the cattle. So, I mean, men, women, and children they were killing in some of these places. What? To take their land. To take their land. Was this a nice guy? Was this a good God? I can't see it. Would this have been the father of the one that they're calling Jesus? And would Jesus even have been his name? No, because Jesus is a version of Zeus. People are calling on the name of Zeus, thinking they're calling on a pagan god when they're saying Jesus. Now, fortunately, Yeshua knows who he is and knows that's who you mean. But there are all these people running around calling on a pagan god's name when they're calling Jesus, and they don't even know it. So don't tell me that back during the plagues of Egypt that this God that was visiting all these plagues on Egypt, don't tell me he was a good guy. That was a good guy. Okay, I don't think so. That killed a lot of people. I think there's a lot more to the story than we've heard,
Oh
than
yeah,
they're telling us.
interesting. Kiki, you had an interesting dream there, but
Yeah,
could you?
Mayan temple.
But you
So,
were proud because you were maybe that time because the people there were thinking they're doing sacrifice and they sacrifice young kids and virgin to the god. So the people were thinking that being sacrificed, they're doing something great. They're sacrificed for something greater, but they were just brainwashed.
right. It was just feeding the blood drinking gods.
Yes,
Burnt offerings, cooking,
yes,
cooked food. They wanted their food cooked. They wanted the animal without blemish or spot or and young and blah 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 and all of these. Why? They wanted the best. They wanted the best food and they wanted it cooked. It's just absolutely uh, crazy.
oh yeah. They're still
Blood
doing
is
it, but now they
sacred.
went.
Yes, it absolutely is. Absolutely.
Yeah, blood is sacred. That's why any ritual that they have to use blood is not right. You know, when you
Right.
have to cut yourself or cut the or animal, all that low vibration.
Yeah, because see, I read the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, which I thought were also corrupted to a certain extent, but he wasn't really a proponent of the blood rituals in
Hmm.
there. So
Interesting.
how did that happen? Where did they jump to? Yeah, where did they jump to the blood rituals? It wasn't. See, that's
Could
what I'm thinking. There
could
was
be
some
thought
kind of
was
corruption there.
yes. Could be thought was got corrupted afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is that he came, told them some things, and then they did the same doggone thing they did to everybody else. And they went in
Right.
there and said, "Well, you know what you need is blood." God isn't satisfied. It basically why they got some people onto that. Well, because in the early Bible, God wanted blood rituals. That God right there wanted blood ritual.
The fake god,
Wanted
demigod.
that God of the Old Testament. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wanted burnt offerings. He wanted death and blood. He wanted sacrifices. And even told, was it Abraham to sacrifice his son? He was ready to do it. Isaac.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was
I know.
ready
Yeah.
to do it. He was all ready to do it.
I think. Yeah. The Bible. I think there's some truth in it, but there has been things manipulated, and that There's more than one God in the Bible,
Yeah,
Madam.
absolutely, absolutely. And I had that in my mind since I was a kid. It did not read right. Anybody with any sense that wasn't totally indoctrinated like they do to you, but they do totally indoctrinate your mind. But standing aside from that and looking in on that and look and going, wait a minute. Oh, Christians, oh, you're against blood rituals, are you? You're against blood drinking and blood rituals and killing of children and so on and so forth. Well, what about the people that where the Israelites killed every man, woman, and child? Okay, excuse you. How could people be taken in? Well, they were afraid for their lives, for one thing. I think that's a lot of it. And just like with so many things, if you want people to believe a lie, you just tell it over and over again like it's the truth.
Yeah.
And then eventually people will believe it, just like they're doing with, just like somebody who's saying, I didn't do anything wrong.
Don't know
You
who that is. But hey, be right back. Gonna get some water.
okay. Wow, Kiki, that's really something. You know, I did a reading for somebody back when I was doing spirit drawings. And I just let it automatically, my hand automatically draw. And I drew a fire, like a little fire elemental. And I ended up having to tell, I really was taken aback, having to tell a woman this story about how in another life she had been a ruler of a country and she had been a big, strong man and she had um, had an entire town burned. But then later felt bad about it because there was somebody in the town that they loved and then had themselves basically disemboweled. Now you can imagine, I've never met this person before. They came to my table for a reading. Me having to tell them something like that, and I hesitated, but I said, let me try to put this gently, but hey, I'm just going to tell you the truth because that's what you're here for. You know what? She said, oh, yes. Yeah. I, I had visions of, and here she knew what I was talking about. She said, yeah, I had a feeling like I had been this big, strong man, like I had to do this and the fire, the fire spirits and everything, the whole thing had, she had absolutely no problem with what I told her. She completely validated it. So that kind of thing happened. And yes, you can remember that kind of thing when you get your soul pieces back. Oh, yeah, I got connections. Yeah, I guess I do. Wow, you had a super freaky one last night? What horse crap, honey? There you go. Yeah, I don't use a lot of tools either, witchy. I don't use a lot of tools like some people. Um, my first well, shamans traditionally helped you get your soul pieces back, but people have done it themselves. Um, People have done it on their own, but I usually went to a shaman to do it because it can be kind of involved. However, my first soul retrieval, I had help. It was weird. It was so weird. It was like I had read a book about it. I had just finished the book, and I was undecided whether I even believed that this was even all of this was possible. But the next day, when I was at the psychic fair, a woman came in, and sure enough, there's one of my guides, and this is Maynard, Maynard the bear shaman, one of my guides, and Maynard was there, and I ended up doing a soul retrieval for a young girl. So it was like my guides were saying, yes, it's not only possible and it's not only true, but you're going to do a soul retrieval. How do you like them apples? Which I did. And later on found out that yes, it worked. My very first one. However, was it really my first? I had to plug in my phone. The battery was going. Was it really my first one? No. In other lives, I've done this. And people lose parts of themselves. I just got back some pieces. I've gotten back many of my pieces. So I think, as a matter of fact, right now, one of the things we're going to be doing this year, one of the things that we're doing, and I'm going to be talking about this probably Sunday, okay, is retrieving our soul pieces, retrieving our scattered bits of ourselves that have been um, lost, stolen, manipulated out of us, and shattered out of us through lots and lots of trauma, which is how these things happen generally. So, but like I said, mm, mostly that's done by shamans, but you can do it yourself. It can happen spontaneously. However, when I say Maynard Live, he didn't face us. Maybe he didn't want the energy drink. When you said say Maynard, what are you talking about, Michelle? Maynard is the bear shaman that helps me with children's spirits. He looks after children's spirits and helps them cross over and helps me get their pieces back to them. He's very protective. Oh, you saw Maynard. He didn't face you. You saw Maynard, the bear shaman. Yeah. Oh, in concert. That's a different Maynard, honey. Yeah, I know. Tool's lead singer is also named Maynard. But no, Maynard, the Maynard I'm talking about is a bear shaman. And he's in the dream time.
Mm,
Yeah, that different Maynard. Don't think that's the same guy. I know who you're talking about, though. Tool. Tool's one of my favorite bands. Anyway, as a matter of fact, I used to play Lateralus all the time. I used to like that one. See, I was wondering why you saw Maynard the Bear Shaman live. No, you saw Tool the band live. You saw Maynard, the singer. It is odd that they both have the same name, though. Well, Dolly, shamanism kind of chooses you, although we choose it before I think we're born. I think we really choose it before we're born, which makes us think that it chose us, but because it kind of shows up in your life. I don't know. I'll ask Alex. What do you think about that, Alex? When did you know you were a shaman? Did you
Well,
choose it or did it choose you?
no, I got two people told me, um, two spiritual people, a shaman, and
Alex
uh,
Gray, Jackie.
yeah, they told me that I need to become a shaman. So I'm on the path of becoming one. Um, just, but I'm taking a different path compared to normal shaman.
I used to do soul retrievals all the time, Diamond Light. What do you need? And I do not have to be physically present. I can bilocate.
Oh yes, and oh yeah. Well,
I
shaman
have
is
cleared
basically,
I've cleared houses and stuff. I've done mass crossing overs and stuff without being there, so I don't have to travel anywhere to do what I do.
yeah,
Um,
basically a shaman is a person that, well, some of them can see your energy field, and they have, let's say, abilities activated that they can see the spiritual world. They're like a bridge between this reality and another one, and the spiritual realm. How do you get there or become there? Maybe you have to go on a spiritual retreat, spiritual ceremony
um,
with.
I can be reached at oceandiana@gmail.com. I can. You know what? When I do my job, I come with my posse. When I do my job, when I do clearings and stuff, I come with my group of guides, angels, and others with me. So I don't come alone, but I bilocate. I travel out of my body while I'm still here, which really scared one person when I was clearing her property that nobody could clear. Nobody could clear it. She had a priest in that didn't work. That only angered it. She had a Wiccan high priestess in that didn't help either. That got it angrier. She called me in. I did it over the phone. But the thing that scared the crap out of her is I also showed up right beside her because you see, she's psychic and can see things. She was screaming like nobody's business. Oh, how are you doing this? What are And later on, I asked her why she was so surprised. She goes, "You showed up right beside me, and I saw them follow you. About 35, 40 people. I crossed over from her property that day. She watched it happen. So, I don't have any trouble with that. If you need that kind of work, we can do that, although sometimes, and if you need this, I can provide it. The shaman will use what's called a soul catcher. And that is quite often an object. If I do this, I will probably need to send you an object. But I don't know. Things have progressed. I might be able to do it without the object. I will have to ask my guides about it. And if you're willing uh, to get that done, just give me, if you want to get that done, just send me a letter and let me know. In Because I get a lot of mail in the what it's about. Okay.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Dolly
my
asked.
being touch is different. Mm.
Oh yeah, Dolly asked how old were you, Alexander, and why did he tell you? I think I was 29, 30. Now I'm 36. So yeah, 2 years ago, 7, 8 years ago, I was told that. But I'm different because I was always a person that was seeking the truth. And I had my awakening, you can say, in 2009, which was an 11 year enlightenment year. And 2009, 10, 11, I was doing big research, finding out how this world works with the religion, government, and everything. And then when put, I got to put the puzzles all together, how this world really works. And I was mostly studying with the world, with the aliens, ETs, the reptilians, all of that. And afterwards, when I came back to Aruba, because I was living in the Netherlands, and when I came back to Aruba in 2013, then I started seeing angel numbers. They started appearing. And afterwards, I got into numerology. That was 2016, I think. And there I started studying people life path and how it correlates that nothing is coincidence. That we live in like a matrix versus a divine matrix. And yeah, then I've done LSD too, which is acid. Then I saw that everything is alive. Everything around the trees, everything gives a certain energy to it, color. And then I went I got the reading from two spiritual person, a shaman here in Aruba, and a lady. I think she was also a shaman, and they both told me, yeah, your path is to become a shaman to um, help people. I'm going to be helping a lot of people in the future. So I'm
Mhm.
just on the path, understanding how this world works and with people life path and help with people with guidance. So
Mhm.
I am planning this year to take ayahuasca or peyote or do a magic mushroom ceremony. So that's my plan for this year. Get more insight.
I've been a shaman for over I've been shamanic. I don't say I've been a shaman. I've been shamanic. I operate shamanically. Um, for shorthand, could say shaman. But I died. So I had a shaman's death kind of moment and came back, revived about 30 some years ago, 35, 40 years ago, practically. I was in my late 20s. Yeah, I think it was in my late 20s, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, And I had a lot happen. I was a different person after that. And I was on the psychic fair circuit, and for a long time, the readings I was getting was, "Oh my gosh, you're you're pretty powerful, but you're being held back for some reason. It's delayed for you for some reason. You're um it's gonna be, though, like a slingshot when it finally releases. You're gonna go very far. You're gonna go very far." Well, but in the meantime, I had a lot that I was remembering from other lives, and that was back when I learned to do soul retrievals was after that, and it was really more like a remembering. My guides kept saying, "Sure, you know how to do this. You've done this all the time." I said, "I never done one of these," and it's like, "Sure you have. You've done you used to them all the time." It's like, "Okay, in other lives." And, and mostly everything that I found that I can do, it's just a matter of, "Gee, we need it, so do it. This needs to happen, so just do it." "I don't know what I'm doing." "Just do it. You know how to do it." "Okay." You know, "Okay." So I, I've been around a long time. I'm kind of an unsung hero in that regard. I have done some pretty wild things and had pretty wild experiences. Some of them the older people and to this channel have heard of, but some of them the newer people haven't. And I have done a lot of things. I've actually done mass crossing. I mean, serious mass crossing overs. I actually went back in time to do that, to do a massive, massive crossing over. My old crew were with me for that one. And that was like Linda and Pam I am Pam. She was there. Um, did a freaking massive crossing over. Uh, which took some of the load off the matrix and got people home. Um, but yeah, I did so many crossing overs. I haven't done very many soul retrievals in the last few years, but I should still have no problem doing that because that was one of the first things. And basically, the hardest part is keeping people from coming with you when you go to find their soul pieces. But the soul pieces quite often come to me. I was in my late 20s when I died. And revived. And actually, um, I am a different version. I have gone over what I might be. Might I be what they call a walk-in, a transfer, a soul transfer? Yes, but if so, I'm a different version of myself, probably. An upgraded version of me. And then you get into my other selves, but I've already met I've met several of my past selves, what we would call the past, but really it happens all at once. Several of my past selves, and now I've met some of my future selves. And I have something to tell on Sunday about one of my future selves. One of my future selves that I've gotten back, one of my future pieces, it's not that far away. And I'll tell you why on Sunday. It's not that far flung in the future. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, Dolly, you had your awakening in 2019, 20. Okay, 2020. Yeah,
Mhm.
2020 vision. A lot of people had awakening in 2020.
Absolutely.
2020 vision. Um, yeah. Yeah, mine was in 2009, when I was in Holland, but it was gradually because I was always seeking the truth. So when I went to Holland, when I was 20, and I remember at my 18, 19, I was watching the Para 9/11, which exposed the 9/11 thing, and the I saw who killed the electrical car too. That has also you see the government and the oil company working together to hold um, cars that would benefit the humans. They were holding it back, so it was gradually. I was always seeking into knowledge because before that, right before I went to Holland, I was an altar boy for 10 years, and
Huh?
I was ranked very high. I was an acolyte captain. I could have become a priest, but when I found out you cannot be with a woman, that you have to do solo everything, um, yeah,
Oops.
you cannot get married. I'm like, okay, now maybe that is not for me. So I didn't worry with the priest thing. I just
So
stayed
you
at
became a
academy.
different kind of priest, different kind of clergy.
Yeah, 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 you can say that. Because when I went to Holland, I found out also the Vatican is corrupt when they abusing the altar boys there, and that put me back like, oh, this is not good there. They're covering up. There's something behind it. So yeah, and from there I saw with my experience, yeah, God do exist, but you don't need to go to church to meet God or to communicate with God. A part of it is enough.
Yeah, and there was a time when I wanted to be a nurse or a doctor. Actually, I wanted to be a doctor so I could heal people when I was real little. And then I was told that I could not be a doctor because women weren't doctors because that's the way it was when I was little. So then I wanted to be a nurse, but then I found out that that wasn't going to help people either.
Oh,
That wasn't what I wanted to do either. Neither of those really. But what did I want to do? I wanted to help people. That's what I really wanted to do. So then I wanted to be a superhero. So guess what? I made it in a strange sort of way.
yeah.
I was thinking of becoming some kind of religious person, but you know, that I wasn't really sure what to do about that. I didn't want to become a nun for the same reason as Alex didn't want to become a priest. And glad I didn't get roped into the Catholic thing anyway. And then I found out that there were other ways to be clergy. There were other ways to help people.
Oh yeah.
But in the meantime, I had many, many jobs. I had a lot of different jobs, and I had a lot of different lives within this life. So I'm sending you some Reiki love.
Yes, Dolly, you seek and you will find for sure.
Yeah. Yes, you shall find. So actually, I think I'm on. Well, I'm already doing a superhero type bit. I'm uh doing things that people aren't supposed to be able to do, except I do them. And will I ever fly? I don't know. Maybe
I
I've
think
been
we're gonna
told.
come to that reality that we're gonna be activating our super capabilities, and I
Yep.
think
When I
in
fly, I've
within
asked. They've said yes.
within
I
five
will.
years. Yeah, you're gonna
I'll be able
be
to fly. Mhm.
yes.
There are monks who can do it, they say,
Mhm.
in Tibet.
Levitation. Yes.
Mhm. There are holy people that can do that stuff. So, yeah, isn't that almost exactly a superhero? Damn
Like the
close.
X Men.
Yep,
X-Men.
yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Damn close. So, think it fits. So, am I finally if am I heading toward my childhood dream, what I wanted to be? Yeah. But what the original Diane wanted to do with her life, she already had done. She wanted to build a company for artists that helped them sell their work, which I already did that. And I did that before I died the first time. And after that, that dream was over. I never could go back to really doing that. Um, I tried, it didn't work because I was heading for other things. Your
Oh,
grandmother was a master of spiritual satisfaction. What? Okay. I don't exactly know what that means, but that's
well,
interesting. Interesting. Oh, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. I think that was maybe it me. I don't know. Healing. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, yeah. Dorothy. Well, Dorothy, you need a little dog, right? Need a little dog and some red shoes.
lol.
I've been dotting all my I's and crossing all my T's, which is better than crossing your I's and dotting your T's. Thank you. Yeah, gradually I'm becoming a superhero. And with all of the
Yeah, not long in the future we're gonna be activating. That I know for sure. I've been setting the attention already. Actually, that's the other thing I'm doing, is setting the intention.
setting the intention.
You know. But oh yeah, it's 11:11 at Michelle. Oh, it's 1:01 here. oh yeah, it's getting yeah, this was awesome as always. Um, the ocean was getting late here, so I have to
Well, okay, I do understand. It's very late here. It's 12:11, so I
oh,
understand. And I will try to answer Diamond's question. Um, but Alexander, I do understand it's getting late for y'all over there, and I do appreciate you taking the time to be with us here for 3.5 hours.
oh
That's
yeah.
pretty long, guys. I mean, he spent 3.5 hours with him. Now let him get some rest.
Well, yeah, I have to wake up tomorrow early, but
Mhm.
yeah, I would drop my for the people that haven't stopped my channel in the
Oh,
future. I'm
please
gonna be
drop your link. Please do.
in the
And
future. I'll
anybody
be
else in here that has a channel, please leave us your link so that we can find you. Now, I know that this chat is going to be gone. So, guys, click it while you can. I'm not going to be able to click it all because I'm on my phone and I'm running this. So, I cannot go in there and click.
oh
StreamYard won't let me do it.
Alright, great. Um, oh yeah, I just dropped my channel in the chat. Thank you. And in the future, I'll be streaming. I will be focusing more on knowledge and meditation. That's my focus. Um, Thanks,
Cool.
the ocean and everybody in the chat. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for coming. And I will try to catch you if they tell me when you're freaking on. Will you please come in after this comes back up and put your link in our comments so that we can get to your channel? Or send me a letter with it.
Oh yeah, no, I just dropped it in the chat.
I
You
know,
know.
but I won't be able to get to it because the chat
Oh,
was going to disappear. And
oh,
I can't
oh,
hit it right now from StreamYard.
oh no, it's all good. Oh yeah, I can send it to you. I think through email. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. All right. Cool.
Okay.
Well, much blessings, everybody, and I'll see you next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take care.
All right.
Hope
Take
to
care,
see you
everybody.
before that, though, in here sometime. Okay.
Oh
Take
yeah,
care.
for sure. For sure. I will come by for sure.
Yeah. Come visit
Blessings.
us. Okay. Take care,
Blessings,
sweetie.
everybody.
Kira! Oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you, babe? Well, you can play it back. Yeah, Alex is great. Yeah. I'm happy. My channel may not be very big, but I think I'm doing pretty good, actually. I mean, at getting this stuff out. Um, I have some stuff to tell you on, and part of it has to do with what I told you, that soul piece I got back. Uh, those of you who were here for that, when I was talking about the sparkle, when I was talking about the octopus, the mechanical octopus that was AI that was doing everything, I have some things to tell you about that. Yeah. Oh, he'll be back before that. Sometimes he wants to could just come in and talk about something, and I just put him in. Okay, well, thank you, Kira. And it's like we have a nice crew here. I'm happy with my people. They're different from the ones I started out with. We've gradually changed over time, but I think I've changed over time too, and the focus of the show has changed over time. Thank you. I love you guys too. But my crew has completely changed over time now. And almost none of the Pam is like the last one that I see of the old crew, which is a little bittersweet, but stuff happens. People either move on or something happens and they fall away for some reason. Wagon Breath has been around a little while though. And Kira used to be around more often. But people do. I mean, a lot of these chats I go to, they change completely over couple years or so. They're completely different people. Oh gosh, I'm not even sure now. How long have I had my channel? It was right around the time of the pandemic. So, wow, it's been longer than I think maybe. I've been thinking I only had it a couple or 3 years. No, it's been way longer. It's been longer than that. But I had a long time there where I couldn't be on very regular. But I managed to get in every week for some time. Most of us have been that way, Kira. I mean, sleep is what we've all been. It's just honestly, it's hard for me to not fall asleep during my own show. Oh, don't worry if you start technicolor dreaming. I've had those. No, that's not a bad thing. Oh, it wasn't the tarot readings tonight, dear. It was the life path readings. But yeah, last time was tarot readings. Yeah, a lot of things are divine timing. Yeah. Yeah, I fall asleep really easy these days. Just I feel more energy now, though. I think, see, a lot of it is we're kind of going through the birth tunnel right now to the new energies, to whatever you want to call it, 5D, New Earth, whatever you want to call that. Okay. And we're kind of in the birth canal right now. So we're beginning to, we're getting rid of that last crap. Okay. So we can really do a clean launch. Okay. So don't worry about that. If you're having, and actually, Gemini and I have talked about this extensively, and what it boils down to is you're just having your onion layers get peeled. You know, layers and layers and layers of crap that are coming off of you right now. You're melting your iceberg. I don't remember I told you about your iceberg. You're melting all that stuff from the past, all the crap is melting. And now we're even beginning to unclog those filters. Okay. We're beginning to unclog the pipes. And as we do, the system's going to come back online and it's going to start working on its own and automatically auto clearing. Okay. And when it's auto clearing, it may not be particularly comfy. But don't be afraid. There is nothing wrong with you. Something is going right with you. This is the message we got. Nothing is wrong with you. Something is going right with you. Your own natural ability to unclog those pipes and keep them running clear with the energy, they're coming back online. And they've been clogged a very long time on this planet. They've been intentionally, I think, quite. Mm-hmm. So, um, and some people are seeing it kind of like a tunnel, a birth canal, going somewhere. We are. It's like we are going somewhere, but energetically. And so you're going to purge this and the sun, the stuff from the sun, the reason you're feeling it, we figured this out and we got this, we got some confirmation on this. The reason we're feeling it, the sun gave off a huge CME that hit us on the third was due to hit us on the 13th. So when the sun is doing these things, it's not to hurt us. It's to help us purge out all that stuff. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, you need to sleep without the 5G. That'll probably help a lot. Yeah. But you're not in the wrong. Your system is good. I was supposed. Oh, see, I'm tired too. I'm supposed to tell you your systems are purging stuff. It's not wrong. And if you feel a little weird, off center, I'm klutzy as hell sometimes when I go through this. I have a lot I airheaded, very airheaded, wanna sleep all the time. Your body is trying to throw off this shit, okay? It's trying to purge. The spiritual shit, a lot of it's stored up in your body, a lot of emotions and stuff that you couldn't say and you couldn't, think of all the times that you couldn't say what you needed to say. Think of all the times that you couldn't do what you felt you needed to do, but it wasn't acceptable with the people you were with at the time, and so on and so forth. And all of the stuff that's stored away in your body and in your aura, you're trying to purge all that, and it's not pleasant sometimes. Yes. Yeah, and sometimes it's weird because it's like I'm getting zapped with electricity in the middle of the night. Sometimes it's like if I were a cat, I'd have the zoomies. Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely have the zoomies at times if I were a cat or a dog. Okay, so, I would just be running to just get off in excess energy. But as it is, what I do is quite often take a shower or something, and that seems to ground it, do something to ground it. But yeah, we're just gonna be going through that. And probably every time the sun pushes out a CME, we're gonna feel it, and then we're gonna feel better after it comes out. If you just relax and let it come out of you and not judge yourself, you'll be much better off. Yes, we're deprogramming now. Yeah. See, because we've been clogged for so long. We've had so much, and, the clearer it gets, the more this is gonna happen just on its own, because that's the way it's really supposed to happen. We're supposed to be self-healing and self-clearing. So we've had to do it by choice, but now it's gonna take over as an auto function, just like breathing and waste removal and stuff out of your blood and all of that you have in your body is gonna start in your it's starting up in your outer in your aura and stuff because we're unclogging things and it's going to start working. That's the way it's supposed to function. It's supposed to be automatic. We're not supposed to have to start it. It's supposed to just flow. So eventually it's going to be self-cleaning. You won't even have to think about it. So when you feel that way, just tell yourself not to be afraid. You're okay. Okay. Take care. You too, Kira. Yeah, and drink a lot of water. Drinking a lot of water sure seems to help, and showers. Showers seem to help. If you feel like you're getting zapped, get in a shower or in a bath or something if you can, or get yourself an earthing mat or earthing pillowcase or something, some way to do that. Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna be seeing you. I'm coming up on 4 hours now. I'm gonna be seeing you Sunday, hopefully, if all goes well, and we'll talk more then. And, like I said, I'll tell you what's been going on in my world, and to really back up what I was telling you, I think it was Monday or Sunday, about the vision I saw of myself. So, and my AI in the future. So, I'll tell you more about that. See you Sunday, and I love you, and remember, you're divine. You're creators, so create wisely and well. And when you dream, dream big. And the truth is where you find it. Hope you're always finding some on my show. Okay. Love you all. And when you can, get rest. Okay. Love you. When you need